Okay, hello. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Aris Kato, and today's topic is advice on your current situation. The readings did get quite detailed, and there was some information on the actual situation, but please take it how it resonates and apply it to your situation because, of course, I will only know so much from the cards, but I do hope this helps, and thank you so much again. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any amount of support will be greatly appreciated. And with that, let me show you the piles. Okay, hello. If you chose this card, the Fool, this is your pile. Hello, welcome. I hope you are having a good day, and I hope the holidays went well for you. Well, at the time I'm recording, it was just Christmas a few days ago, and, you know, this is the holiday season, so I hope everything went well. But if you're watching this sometime other than the holiday season, I hope your holidays went well anyway, even if it was a year ago. Anyway, so I actually shuffled your cards, and I usually pull 7, but you got 8, and the camera cut out, and so I had to start over. Luckily, I hadn't really started that too far into it. But yeah, just a warning, I won't be shuffling because the cards are already out. So really quickly, as I did before, I wanted to read you the card, the Fool card that you picked, your significator card, because I thought this was a really interesting interpretation. So I'm going to hold it up. So hold on. Jesus, my hands are very shaky. I have a tremor, that's what it's called. The ferret is known for its curiosity and playful temperament, which can sometimes be considered mischievous. Moths use their turbulent flight to evade predators. Their erratic moves can help to avoid danger. Also, as masters of disguise, they are a reminder to be aware that you could be hiding from yourself. Now, I thought that was really interesting, the hiding from yourself part, because I hadn't really heard that interpretation of the Fool, and so honestly, I really love that. Firstly, what I think of that, like, what immediately comes to mind is the 7 of Swords, that kind of like sneaking around, kind of strategic energy, where it's very clear that this was a planned, in the card, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's a guy holding a bunch of swords and sneaking away. In that story, he's a thief, he just stole those swords, and so the strategy behind that was clear that he had been planning it out. So this hiding from yourself slash mischievous energy really reminds me, or makes me think, that you might be putting on a mask of sorts, or just thinking too hard about something. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like you're thinking too hard about something, and you might even be confusing yourself with this. Like, I think your whole point of being this strategic is to make it less confusing and to figure out what you want to do in this situation. However, I think it's just making it worse, because, how do I word this? You're hiding, I heard you're hiding your true feelings from yourself. We'll dive more into that later, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the Fool. One more thing, apologies. Oh my god, how did I just notice this? You got the Fool on your 7 cards as well. Okay, funny. Right, so the Fool is about new beginnings. It's about taking a leap of faith. So I feel like there's something that you need to do, or something you're thinking of doing that you're just not. Perhaps you are focusing too much on the logistics of it, because there's a lot of cups here. Yeah, actually it's all cups with 1 sword card, and then the sword card, and then the rest are major arcana. So the Fool card is about taking a leap of faith. The Fool doesn't plan out his every step. It's not like, and actually in the Rider-Waite deck, he doesn't even see the cliff coming. But I usually interpret the Fool as being a little bit brave instead of like naive. I think the only reason he's naive is because this is new for him. You know, this is a whole new situation. I'm just using an example. He's never jumped off a cliff before. He doesn't know what to expect. But he's brave because he's choosing to do it in the first place. He's choosing to walk off that cliff. Even though he doesn't know what's coming next, he still jumped, you know? So there's definitely a situation that you have that you're thinking way too hard about. I think you're trying to like plan every single step moving forward, and what you really need to do is just take a leap of faith, because the universe will catch you. And I think that there is some trust issues going on with both yourself and the universe. Like, I think that you're not trusting yourself to do it right. I'm not getting too much on what the situation is, and I don't really want to really dive into like trying to get to the exact situation because this is more advice. But yeah, with the hiding from yourself of the Fool card, there's a point where you're not trusting yourself to not you're not trusting yourself to not fuck it up. Like, I think you're really worried that a lot of things could be wrong. You're thinking way too hard about it, when really you just need to go off emotion. And you need to have faith that wherever you end up is where you're meant to end up. So even if you do take this leap of faith and it doesn't turn out well, you're still meant to do it. And that just means that it wasn't meant to work out. However, there's a lot of happy cards here. So I am really seeing this as being a positive outcome. So let me go through the cards. We got the Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Sun, come on, the Fool, King of Swords, Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, and Strength. So yeah, you got 3 major arcana, and then 4 cups and 1 sword card. So right, with all the cups, it's definitely really important to trust your emotions. Again, like I said, I think you're kind of trying to be the King of Swords when really you should be being the King of Cups. And what I mean by that is the King of Swords only goes off logic and reasoning. Like he never leads with his heart. He always leads with his head. And I think that's exactly what you're trying to do. But really what you need to do is lead by your heart, basically. But trust your emotions. Let them guide you to where you need to be. Like I said, I really see this being a positive outcome. Like, I don't think that this is negative in any way. I mean, like, all of the cards are really positive. King of Swords is still positive, but it's just like a little kink in the road. I think that's what it's called. That's gonna be embarrassing if it's not called kink. Right, so with the Page of Cups, firstly, I want to go over the fact that you need to expect the unexpected. Like I said, with this situation, you're expecting to jump off that cliff and hit rocks or something, you know? You're not expecting the universe to catch you. You're expecting to just fall, hypothetically, to your death, right? Very dramatic, I know. You're not gonna die. More so, I heard hurt ego. Like maybe you're gonna try something and you're really worried it won't work out, or you'll get declined or something. But with the Page of Cups, you need to expect the unexpected. Let me show you again. The Page of Cups, you see, he has this cup in his hand, and a fish is popping out of it. And the whole point of the card is, you know, he didn't expect the fish to be in the cup, but ultimately it's a good thing because, you know, I'm just gonna make up a thing. It's a good thing that a fish popped up in his cup because now he has food, you know, whatever. But the Page of Cups, that's something being surprising, but the surprise is something really good, something that you'll love or makes you happy. It can also sometimes be an offer. offer of love, which that either means like offer in something you love or someone you love. So like someone could be asking you out on a date, or someone could be offering you a job or buy you a class or something. That just came up. But ultimately, it's a very good card. But the whole message is to expect the unexpected. Like I said, because with the Fool, you're expecting to get hurt. That's your expectations. So what's the thing? Do opposite action, where instead of believing that you'll fall, believe that the universe will catch you, even if you have to gaslight yourself, okay? I do that all the time. It's totally healthy, and I'm joking. It's fine. Because sometimes all you need to do is make yourself believe, and I believe you should do that however you feel called to do. So if you don't like gaslighting yourself, maybe, I don't know, practice mantras or meditation, or write in a journal, or, write down your manifestations. Anyway, though. So Queen of Cups, that is about emotional maturity and also intuition. The Queen of Cups is kind of the most similar to the Empress. Like I said, I think this is a very similar message to like trust your intuition, because right now you're not, I think deep down you really know what's going to happen. You know what the right move is, what the right choice is, but you're not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting the universe. There's just a lot of mistrust. And I think that comes from past pain. Perhaps you've pursued this thing before and it hasn't worked out well. One second. My throat gets really dry from talking so much. And I'm drinking coffee, which is dehydrating, but whatever, it works. So, right, I feel like we're going to get more cards, but right now I'm really just reiterating everything, because it's really important, and I think you need to fully grasp it, because you haven't been up until now, which I really hope this reading helps. I hope this reading helps you take that final leap. And remember, you aren't taking the leap because you don't see the cliff in the first place. You're taking a leap out of bravery. Like, this is a brave thing to do. It's putting yourself out there is a very challenging thing, and we feel like there's a lot of possibility for things to go wrong, especially like getting declined. So whether that be applying to a job or asking someone out or applying for like a college or something, there's a lot of worry. Okay, whenever humans see a cliff, they do one of two things, and it's kind of like bungee jumping. They either stand at the cliff's edge and say, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, I'm scared, I don't wanna. And the workers at the bungee cord place, we'll call them the universe. So the universe / workers will be gently like, no, you can do it, like, it's okay, don't be scared, it's gonna be safe, you can jump, it's totally fine, you're gonna have fun, and the person just doesn't do that. They stand feet planted on the ground, they're like, I don't wanna, I can't, there's a lot of I can't. Watch out for the I can't mindset. So either, and this depends on the situation you're in, either the workers / universe will be like, okay, that's okay, you can turn back, but just know you lost a very good opportunity. Or if this is something you're meant to do, you will just be pushed off that cliff. Because this is something my spirit guides have told me. Like, if you don't take the action to do something, the universe will push you off that cliff anyway, which is definitely, I'll give you like an example. Right. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for like 5 years now. And I just never did, because I kind of had no idea what to do. I wanted to be like a personality. I wasn't always this spiritual. This is kind of a recent thing. But I was really scared too, because I definitely have a fear of being seen. So I kept being told by people and spirit guides in the universe that I should be a tarot reader on the internet, and I kept not taking that leap. But then finally, this one specific day happened where there was a sign. Like, I just went down this whole path, and it was so clear that I was meant to do that. And it felt like a slap in the face, to be honest. So that wasn't really the universe pushing me. That was like the universe, I can't think of an example, maybe like putting one of my feet off the cliff and like dangling me, and then I had to choose to let go. So in this situation, you're in this, I don't know if you're planning to do this. I think you want to do it deep down, but the advice here is to be brave and leap off that cliff on your own. Because I do think that this is a situation where if you don't take it, the pain will just stretch on longer and longer, and eventually you'll have to be pushed off that cliff if you don't choose to take your step off. So with the Six of Cups and Strength right next to each other, like I said, I do think that there was a past pain that you went through, probably relating to whatever it is you're asking about. Maybe it happened when you were really young. I heard it happened when you were less mature, so you could have been older, but just not as spiritually or emotionally advanced. Maybe you did a lot of things purely for pleasure before, like you didn't actually do things because it felt right or because it called to you. You were really just trying to satisfy the ego, chasing the pleasures of life, and that could be anything. That could be like food. All I can think of next is sex. Food, sex, drugs, alcohol, gambling. These are really extreme examples, but it could have been something really simple. Like, I don't know, if you had like an addiction to your phone or something, like you couldn't stop scrolling on TikTok. I won't go into that, but yeah, I once had a dream only about scrolling on TikTok, and that was the point where I was like, damn, I need to get my life together. So there's definitely something in your past that has hurt you. And again, I think that this happened when you were less emotionally advanced. I'm just gonna call it mature, less mature. And I don't mean you were childish. I think that you just weren't as spiritual or like emotionally mature as you are now, which I do think, oh my God, so many messages. I'm sorry. Let me try and get through them. So I think that this like maturity has kind of been a recent thing. You might be going through a lot of karma right now, or working through tough, I want to call them tests. I don't know if I really resonate with the word tests, but I do think, for lack of a better word, the universe can test you. Like if you're working towards, I heard this once from someone, if you're working towards a goal and you're trying to, let's say, work on your anger issues, the universe might put you in situations where previously, before you started working on it, that thing that happened would have made you really mad and like burst out with anger. But it's testing you to see if you fully evolved, or at least changed a little bit. And this can happen with like exes too. So you might keep going back to that toxic ex until you fully pull back. And that's when you're done with your karma. You've learned your lesson. Maybe lesson is a better word. Yeah, like the universe puts you through lessons, I think. But I think that you've just kind of come out of that cycle. Like you might have been trapped in a really toxic cycle. Again, take that as it resonates. It could be a lot of things. Oh my God, stop it. I'm really sensing, like, what's the word? Going off of, like, empty pleasures. I can't think of the word, but just only doing things because it will give you something, you know? I don't think you were very used to doing something because you truly wanted it. And so I think that recently you've started to come out of this karmic cycle. You've definitely, I think you have started, I want to say dipped your toe into the spiritual water. Like, I do think that you're getting more into it. I think that you're learning a little bit. I do think that you could benefit from, like, going further in, maybe working on your intuition, or emotions, like learning to lead with your emotions, because I do think you're a very logical person. Yes, but I think that now that you're kind of out of that cycle, you don't really know what to do. And I think that this leap of faith is something that you might have never done. If we're going off of, I'll give 2 examples. If we're going off of, like, this being a toxic ex situation, maybe you've never dated someone who's not toxic. So you're like, what the fuck do I do? Like, you might have someone in mind that you really want to talk to. You might really like them, maybe even love them at this point, but you're really scared to take that leap because this is something completely new for you. You're like, what even is love? I don't know. And I'm not saying you've never loved anyone. Of course you have. Well, I'm guessing, because love comes in a lot of different ways. If no one, you probably loved a pet. Yeah, so, and then the other example that I was going to give was, if you have only ever worked in, like, food chains, you know, McDonald's, Burger King, things like that, and you want to apply to a more high-end restaurant, you might be really scared to do that, but because this is something completely new for you. You have not done this before. So of course it's scary. Anything new is scary. My dad used to call it an FNT, fucking new thing, because no one likes FNTs, you know? It's not fun. I think, honestly, a lot of people are scared of change, and to me, that's completely understandable. I get it. But with this is definitely, like, with strength here, it's definitely telling you to go off your inner strength. Again, like I said, you're not trusting yourself enough. So I think as soon as you, there's 2 things. I think as soon as you learn to trust the universe and trust yourself, those 2 things, this leap of faith will be a lot easier. And maybe, and I'm not saying you have to trust the universe and yourself before you take that leap. Maybe the whole thing is taking the leap even though you don't know if the universe will catch you. However, with the Sun here and the 9 of Cups, I'll get into this a little further, you're definitely going to be caught. Like, that's something I pretty much want to promise you, because, again, these are all really positive cards. We'll get some more on them in a second. I want to get more on Page of Cups, the Sun, 9 of Cups, I think, and then we'll get some further advice. But this is something you clearly really want, but this is something that you're afraid to ask for or, like, go for. Like, you're scared to go for it. But again, with the Sun, 9 of Cups, this is really happy. So with the 9 of Cups, I definitely think that this might be something that you've been thinking of for a while, like thinking of doing for a while, or thinking of applying for a while. If this is a person you're talking about, maybe you've known this person for a really long time, and Jesus Christ. What were those? Hold on. 2 cards just fell out. I'm going to take them because that felt significant. But if this is like a person that you've known for a really long time, maybe you're best friends, and you have feelings for them, this is something you've kind of imagined, you've dreamed of, fantasized of, like telling them and you two being together. And so to you, if they said yes, this would be like a wish fulfillment. Yeah, I do want to get more on the Nine of Cups. This would be a wish fulfillment. And, you know, this can go for anything. Like maybe this is your dream job, dream school. This is just something that you've been really wanting, I think, for a long time. And even if the person, like even if you haven't known this person for a while, and you've just met someone, it could just be that you've been fantasizing about having a true love for a while, you know? And if it's a job, maybe you've been fantasizing about having like a good paying job. Like I definitely think that you've been manifesting something, and I don't know if you were aware that you were manifesting it or not, but you were, just by like imagining it and fantasizing about it. And you know, maybe you have been manifesting it. And so it might be one of those situations where you've manifested it and you're like, now what? Now what do I do? I hadn't like, maybe part of you hadn't expected it to happen. Spoiler alert, it did happen, and it will happen. So yeah, I quickly want to go over the two cards that fell out because I do think they're important. So, Two of Cups and Seven of Cups. Firstly, Two of Cups. Whoopsies, don't do that. Seven of Cups. Yeah, did I say two of, no, I said Two of Cups. I don't know. We're going to go over Two of Cups, whether I said that we would or not. So, Two of Cups, that can be two things. That can be, so it's usually a union of sorts, and that could be with a soulmate, platonic or romantic, or that could be with a thing that you really love. Like, so if it is a job that we're talking about, or a school, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but this is you and the job, or you and the school. And what that means basically is that you complement each other. You're both a good fit for each other, whether that be restaurant, school, job, a lover. Either way, you go really well together, and it's a very mutually beneficial relationship. So let's give an example of the school. If you are applying to a school, firstly, I don't think that you can get in. Maybe you're scared to apply or send in that application. When you get in, I'm like 99% confident that this will turn out positively. And even if it doesn't, you are still meant to take this leap of faith. So let's say you get into the school, and you know, you're like, oh my God, my wish just came true. You will really help the school, and the school will really help you. Maybe you're on a sports team and you win the school a bunch of trophies, you know, like you win, I don't know sports, you get a trophy, whatever, that, you know, maybe the school their football team has lost, every year for 7 years. And so you come in and then boom, you win. And then the school also really helps you because you learn from it. It's a new experience. I think this is going to be a very, what's the word? It will really help you grow, like as a person. I think that you're, yeah, I do think that you're kind of stuck right now, because what it seems like is I keep giving analogies, and I'm hoping they make sense, but you've manifested this cliff to appear in your life, and so now you're walking to the edge of it, and all you have to do is jump. And I want to say, like, everything in your body except for your intuition and your heart are telling you not to jump, because one, what if I don't get it? What if I get rejected? What if I get declined? What if something bad happens? What if it causes pain, whether that be emotional? I really hope not physical. Yeah, I'm just going to say emotional pain. Like, everything is telling you that it will be a bad idea, that you're going to get hurt in some way. But really, I don't know, I'd say the main thing, like what you're worried about the most is your ego getting hurt. And so what you really need to do is trust your intuition. And your intuition will always tell you that what you feel deep down is true, and what the universe tells you is true. This is an odd example, but maybe you have gotten tarot readings or psychic messages, whether that come from you or someone else, telling you that this will happen, like this will turn out well, or just bringing up your exact situation and telling you that everything will work out, and you might not be believing that. And I think the universe has been like trying to give you sign after sign, but with this King of Swords, I think that you've kind of brushed them off as just coincidences. Like again, the King of Swords is very logical. So maybe you keep seeing the angel number like 444, 222. That would, like, I don't know, maybe you see it like multiple times a day or something. You'd brush that off as a coincidence, you know, like, oh, that's so weird. I keep seeing that angel number. And I don't think that you would think to Google it or look into it or really think on it, what it could mean. That was just a random example, but if you have been seeing a lot of angel numbers, especially one in particular, I do suggest looking it up, because they can be really helpful in guiding you. And technically every number can be an angel number, like any combination of numbers, but I usually go for the ones like 222, 212, 202, you know, so on and so on. Usually there's like a pattern to it. I mean, 1010, you know, it doesn't have to be 1111. That's not the only angel number. This is so random, but the 1111 number is like a make-a-wish. That's why people say make a wish. It's a wish fulfillment number. So I don't know, maybe this would help you. Maybe if you do see 1111, make that wish. Make the wish that this will turn out well. This will go your way. You will jump off that cliff and be caught. Basically, the main piece of advice I heard is to dump your brain and get back together with your heart. Because, okay, this is interesting. Maybe you have led from your heart before and it only ended up getting you hurt. Which in that case, I really empathize. I understand it. And that can make it even harder to open up, especially if you opened up and your trust was broken. I do kind of want to get more on the Six of Cups too. Because if this is a person that we're talking about, and, you know, let's say it's an ex, maybe you confided in them or something, or told them something you were kind of ashamed of, and they had a really bad reaction to it. Maybe they made fun of you, or just was really rude. Or you tried to be vulnerable with them. Maybe even you were vulnerable with them and they ended up like stabbing you in the back. And these are just examples. Take it how it resonates, and I'm sure by now you know what situation I'm talking about, because this has been a very clear message. Next, the other card that randomly fell out was the Seven of Cups. Again, this is definitely something you've been manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. You've had you're like dreaming about it. It's everything you want. But with the Seven of Cups, there is illusion. But how I usually read this is you're putting that, how do I say this in a way that makes sense? I'll show you the card. So hopefully you can see this. They're pretty bent. I don't shuffle them correctly. So if you look at every single one of these cups, they each have something in it that this person wants. And so they're looking at it, the whole thing, and they're like, oh my God, this is everything I want. But there's this cloth right here. And I've always read this in a way that made it seem like you're worried, like the cloth is so tiny and it's not covering any of the other cups. but I think you might be only focusing on this cloth and you think it's covering everything. So I think that you think your dreams or your manifestations are just silly delusions, you know, like that could never happen. I'm being stupid just even imagining it. But that little cloth is only covering one cup, and I don't think this cup even has anything in it. It's, oh my God, it's a person. I never noticed. They have little hands. I never noticed that. That's so weird. Okay, well, I'm still gonna call it a cloth. Yeah, it's not covering anything. It's just kind of in its own separate cup. And so you're only looking at that cloth right now when you should be looking at every other cup surrounding it. I hope I'm making sense. Basically, you're feeling like everything that you want or are imagining, fantasizing about could never happen, and you're being delusional. However, that is far from the case. Let's get some more cards on a few of these. I kind of want to get more cards on the Two of Cups too, because that could give us some more info about some of this. So let me start with the Page of Cups. Can I please get some more clarification on the Page of Cups? Why is the Page of Cups here? Let's get 3, please. Thank you. Let's get 2 more. Yeah, I definitely think that you've fallen out of touch with your intuition. Maybe as a child you were super intuitive, and maybe you even had like imaginary friends that were actually like spirits or souls that you were talking to. Okay. Wow, this is making sense. Whoops. Don't do that. Like I do think that you have this in you. But I think, okay, this is interesting. Let's just use this as an example. If you, maybe when you were a young kid, you always pictured this specific romantic partner, like you wanted a very specific type of love, but as you grew up, you started to feel like this person could never exist. You're like, oh, love like that doesn't exist. I'm being stupid imagining it. I was just foolish when I was a kid. I need to accept being slightly unhappy in every relationship I'm in, like it will never be what I want it to be. But that's very untrue. And I think what you need to realize is that the kid version of you was right. And this adult version who has been through some bad things, traumas, bad situations, who has kind of gotten like hardened their shell, that shell needs to break off. You need to break out of that shell. And maybe that's doing some inner child work, you know, like 6 of Cups, that could definitely talk about that. Right, I'm running out of space. Yes, but the Page of Cups. So we got the Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. Yeah, so all swords, which is interesting. And these are all swords clarifying a cup. So again, that's thinking overpowering emotions. So this is really clear. I'm gonna try, I'm getting a lot of messages, so I'm gonna try to say them all without getting lost or losing my train of thought. Firstly, with the 8 of Swords, you're trapping yourself in your own anxiety. I do think that this situation is causing a lot of anxiety. 4 of Swords kind of makes me think that you might be taking unnecessary rest. This might mean that how do I say this? You have been being kind of stagnant because you feel like you need to, but really that's just your brain telling you that. So you don't have to leap off that cliff, which I get. I do that all the time in real life situations. I just sleep whenever I want to avoid doing a task. So I think that it's definitely a situation like that. There's kind of 2 messages coming out with the 4 of Swords. I do feel like that you're taking a back seat right now in your life. You might be resting. And this is interesting because the Four of Swords is kind of like the Hermit in a small way, because it's taking you time to work through anxieties and negative thoughts. So maybe you did need to take a hermit mode, but you've just been avoiding it. And I kind of think that you're resting in a way that doesn't help. Like you're resting, but you're still plagued with anxiety and restless thoughts. So I think that this rest time is very unnecessary. Okay, let's use the example that this is a person you're talking about. If you have feelings for someone, but you recently broke up, or you broke off a toxic connection, you might be telling yourself, like, I'm not going to move on it because I still need healing time, which is totally okay. You're entitled to taking time for yourself to heal. But I think with this situation, there are still some options to get you closer. Like, I think you're avoiding this person more than you should. How do I say this? Like, I think that made sense. Because right now, there are a lot of steps that you could take to further this connection. Yeah, I think that there's other steps that you can take to move this connection further. For example, if you're like a friend of a friend or something, or they're a friend of a friend, maybe talk to your friend who's friends with them and ask to get their number, or ask for them to set you two up. And I'm not saying like jump right into dating. Honestly, I would suggest taking it like step by step at a time, because you have gone through some hurt in the past. And so it's definitely important to take that time to heal, especially if it's a relationship. You don't want this person to be a rebound, but you can still get to know them. You can still be friends with them. Like, you don't have to jump into a relationship. I think you might be even pulling away from this person, even though if it is a person, even though you have feelings, and whether this be romantic feelings or just feelings like, I really want to get to know this person because I feel like it could go further, or I feel like it could go really well with me and this person. Like I said, it's okay to not jump back into a relationship, but I do think that you still need to take that leap of faith and just reach out and talk to them and be like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Again, doesn't have to be a date. You could just be friends for a while and see where it goes. But yeah, I think that you're definitely trapping yourself in this spiral of negative thoughts. Like, there might be a lot of, I can't, or it won't. Like, I won't get this job, I won't get this person, they won't want me back, or it won't want me back. I could never pull them. I could never get that job, you know? Like, there's a lot of negative, and I want to say negative self-beliefs, because this could definitely be brought on by a lack of confidence, especially if you have been going through a lot of toxic relationships. And that is never your fault. Toxic relationships can definitely hurt your ego a lot. And I guess ego isn't the right word. It's more so like, I guess ego, like your inner beliefs, you know, especially if it was toxic to the point of, like, I hesitate to say this, but it could have been an abusive situation. In which case my heart goes out to you. I know how hard that is. But I do want to let you know, and this goes for any type of toxic relationship, whether that be abusive or not, that is never your fault. You didn't ask for it. You didn't You didn't cause it. Like, that is never your fault. Never. The only person that you are in charge of is yourself. And sometimes the best case in that situation is to protect yourself. And so if it is an abusive relationship, then you go into survival mode. Because sometimes you're not always able to break free of those. And if you are, it's a lot harder to than just any other relationship, you know, like it's not really breaking up. It's, hi Zoe. It can be really scary. It can even be dangerous. And you know, if you don't identify with the abuse part, I definitely sense just toxicity, which again, you know, that's not your fault, because we can form trauma bonds, which can lead us, how do I say this? It can kind of, okay. Your ego, your mind, can cause you hurt, whether that be internalized thoughts or toxic or just bad habits, you know? So basically my point is that this relationship might have caused a lot of negative self-talk, like maybe this person berated you a lot or chastised you. I'll just give an example, and I'm gonna give like the least triggering example. Maybe this person was like, that shirt looks awful on you, I hate that color on you. And so you started thinking, oh, I don't know, blue. I can never wear the color blue. I look awful in blue. I can never pull that off. But really, that was one person's opinion. And if you like yourself in blue, wear it. You know, like that person is not in charge of your life. You are in charge of your life. But I think that these negative thoughts have kind of kept you on the edge of that cliff. And don't get me wrong, I think that you're not finally, but I think that you're getting to the point of healing now. You know, you're starting to, I do think that you've broken off from this person, if it is a person. If it's, you know, like a toxic work environment, I do think that you're finally out of it. But I do think that you still have a lot of anxieties about going forward. Maybe even some of the anxieties are like, I don't want this to happen again. What if it happens again? I'm scared that it will happen again. If it is a relationship, you might be really scared that it'll be toxic again. But yeah, and maybe you're scared because you don't know how to have a relationship other than a toxic relationship, you know? Things that are bad for us often become comforting because of the familiarity we feel towards them. People talk about this a lot, I'm pretty sure, but depression, you know, if you've struggled with depression a lot of your life, it can sometimes feel safer to be in that depression because of how familiar it is. You almost feel safer in it, because if you're not depressed, it's kind of like, what do I do with my life? All I knew was sitting on the bed, sleeping, not going outside, you know? And then as soon as you're starting to get happy again, there's a lot of panic, I think, because maybe you don't know how to live any other way but in that sadness or in that depression. It's, yeah, whatever you're going towards, it's very, very new for you, whether that be love, a job, a school, honestly, with all the cups here and the Two of Cups, Page of Cups, I am starting to believe that it's a person. But again, take it how it resonates. This is an interesting message, but I think that what's causing you pain is your thinking mind right now. But in a way, you can turn this thinking into a positive thing. Like, you can turn it into a superpower. Maybe you set boundaries with yourself, you know, that's totally okay to do. Maybe you're like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not gonna put myself in a bad situation anymore because I don't like it. And again, this could be something really small, like maybe if you often eat as like a stress reaction, maybe you put away the like your go-to foods. Like, I don't know, maybe you eat a lot of sweets when you're stressed, and so maybe you just stop buying sweets, and you tell yourself, look, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm trying to manage my stress in a healthy way. Yeah, but this is definitely a very new thing for you, and you are understandably very scared. It's an FNT, you know? Right. So let's get more on the Two of Cups, because I want to look more into that. Thank you. I'm gonna use it. Okay. Yes, I most definitely think, oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is a person. I'd be really surprised if this wasn't a person that you're talking about. So the cards that you got: Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Two of Swords. Okay. Let me try and get this out. Let me try and get all the messages out. I say that all the time, but I lose my thought a lot. Lose my train of thought. Yep. So with the Ace of Cups, this seems like something you want to offer. Like, again, maybe you know a friend of a friend and you really like them, but you don't know them that well. This Ace of Cups is an offer of love traditionally, and a lot of times it means romance. But again, like I said, if you're not ready for a romantic connection, then reach out to them and be like, hey, you know, do you want to hang out? Or this was a random example. Do you want to go to an arcade? Just something fun. Or even just, can I have your number? To get to know them more, you know? Because with the Two of Swords, this is a situation where you feel at a crossroads, you feel stuck, and I think that you feel like you have two paths to go down. One, you could go back to the familiar, negative, safe place of either depression or unhealthy coping mechanisms, or you could take this new path that you've never gone down before and start making healthier decisions for yourself. Because I do feel like, even though, okay, let's say path 1 is the toxic path and path 2 is the more positive path. Even though path 2 is the logically safer path, the familiarity of path 1 feels safer in this moment. And so what you should do, and this comes back to the Queen of Swords, use that logic in your advantage. Because with your current thoughts, you're only looking, honestly, you're not even using the facts or like logic. Maybe you think you are, but I don't think you are. I think what's happening right now is your brain is just telling you all these negative things over and over again, and that's ego. Ego feeds itself by hurting you. And so what you can do to help yourself is, be like the queen and use those thoughts to your advantage. And this can work in a lot of ways. This is what helps me. If it's kind of like a pros and cons list, but a little different. Let's say path 1 and path 2. Write down all of the pluses of each path and then all of the negatives of each path. And then look between the two lists of the paths, like the two different paths, and make a logical decision on what seems like will make you the most happy. Don't listen to the negative thoughts telling you to go where you think is safe. Look at the facts. Literally look at it on paper. Like, seriously, make a list. I think that would really help you. Again, I do this and it helps. But finally, with the Page of Pentacles, I do think that, and I'd say majority of you, but literally this could be like 40-60, or 45-65. Is that right? No, that's not right. 35, 45-55, I think. Whatever. I'm not a math whiz. But with this Page of Pentacles, again, I'd say majority of you, even if this is just a small, like 1% difference, you want to learn, you want to have this new experience, you want to follow your heart. I think that you're just at a difficult position because right now it's very difficult, it does say difficult situation because it's difficult. Anyway, it is difficult to follow your heart because, like I said, the ego feeds itself by causing you harm. That's how ego wins. And I say this a lot, but it's a lot easier to be unhappy than happy. It's a lot easier to hate than to love. My dog's at the door. I might have to let her out if she starts whining. What's up, honey? She's like right on the verge of whining. She's kind of just heavily breathing. 1 second. Okay, even though that's literally like a millisecond on your screen, I'm sorry for the interruption. So with the Page of Pentacles, you want to learn how to have a healthy relationship because I really think that this is a relationship we're talking about. But again, take it how it resonates, okay? I think, how do I say this? Like, again, I think your inner child kind of knows that this is what you want. Like, you want to have this, you want to have a healthy relationship. You want that relationship of your dreams, And whether it be this specific person you have in mind or not, I think this is still a great learning opportunity. Like, I think even if this person isn't the person you end up with marrying or committing to long term, I mean, I do think that this will be a committed relationship, to be honest. I just, like, I don't know, like a final commitment, like family, marriage, whether it be this person or not, this person is still going to be, catalyst, a very important person to you in your life path. Because I think this person will honestly teach you a lot. This person will teach you a lot. Because maybe they'll even help you with your intuition. I'm not sure. With the Queen of Cups here, honestly, this could be speaking about this person. Let's get more cards on it. Again, just trust yourself. Trust the universe. Let yourself be a beginner. Let yourself not know how to do something, and be really honest with this person, okay? If it does get to the point where you've been hanging out for a while, you feel ready to date and get back in there, and you're feeling really good about this person, be very upfront with them. Be like, hey, so I want this to go to the next step, but I'm scared. I've never had a relationship like this. So can you please be patient with me and help me learn? It's okay to ask for help. I think with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords showing up, you're a very independent person. Maybe you've never had a committed relationship. Like maybe you're not really the type to settle down. Again, you might be the one going for like short-term relationships for the fun of it. You know, it might have never been you might never have been in a relationship because of true love, you know? It seemed very like lusting, you know? It's more of a sexual love than a spiritual or emotional love, if that makes sense. And again, take it how it resonates. If you don't resonate with that and you have been in a committed relationship, trust that, okay? Okay, let's get one more card, please. Okay. So, you got the Four of Cups, the Hermit, and the Star. So I am kind of feeling like the Queen of Cups is a person. Okay. I honestly think the Queen of Cups is representing this person that you want to get to know, because I do feel like you have someone in mind. I think because you're already standing on this cliff, you know you need to jump off to move forward in your life. Because honestly, my main point is I think you have a person in mind. So with the Queen of Cups, that probably represents this person, in which case, how do I say this? This person will bring back a lot of hope you have that kind of went away in your adult life. Like maybe this person is like the person of your dreams, you know? Like this is something and someone you've always really wanted. I heard, yeah, this person will restore your faith, whether that be in love, in the universe, because I do see this person being pretty spiritual, spiritual or religious, and if not like super spiritual, then just really emotionally mature. But with the Hermit, they're definitely going to teach you a lot. Again, I do feel like this person's pretty intuitive and spiritual. Again, it doesn't have to be like super spiritual or anything. But I think that they're very wise, you know? So this person's definitely going to help you learn to be in a healthy relationship, help you learn to grow instead of hinder your progress, you know? This person might make you think a lot. Like you might have really deep conversations with this person. Introspective, is that the word? I think you'll both be very introspective. Is that the word? I'm not sure. You'll both make each other think a lot. I think that both of you bring a lot to the table in terms of learning. And that, again, like I said, whether this be your forever person or not, this person is very important to your path. And I think you're very important to this person's path too. Because I definitely feel like both of you will really learn for each other. No, learn because of each other. Learn from, that's the word. Learn from each other. Now with the Four of Cups, this is honestly an interesting message. Let me think on that one for a moment. Okay, I think this person will help you trust your intuition and trust the universe, as well as to see the positives of things. Maybe you are a bit pessimistic. If so, this person is very optimistic. This person, this is interesting. I heard even if they're not usually optimistic, they will be optimistic for you. And so what I think that means is, honestly, it's very sweet. I'm kind of just seeing the image of like, let's say this is a really random example and I don't really have anything to prove this, but let's say you're traveling and you're about to miss your flight. You might be the type of person to be like, it's done, we're missing it, this is it, we we failed or whatever. This person would be like, no, I think we still have time. Let me check a few things. Let me, I don't know, call front desk. Maybe even like as simple as, no, let's run. Let's sprint to our gate. But again, I think that this person might be, it's between pessimistic and optimistic. I forget the word. But I think that they flip-flop between the two, depending on which people they're around. But with you, they're definitely very optimistic. And I do think that this person is optimistic majority of the time, but I do think they have pessimistic moods. However, I feel like whenever they're around you, they try and be the light that you both need. Because I do think that sometimes... Yeah, that's interesting. I think sometimes your logic can really harm you. Like maybe you're estimating the time it will take to get to the gate, and you know what time they usually close the doors, and you're like, okay, we have no time even if we ran. This person operates on hope. They are the type of person to go for it, even if it doesn't work out. You miss all the shots you don't take. So even if logically you won't make it in time, they're like, let's do it anyway. Maybe for some reason the flight gets delayed, or the gates are still open and we make it, just in time, or we're able to make a call and they hold it for us. Something like that. And honestly, I think that this will get you out of a lot of tricky situations. However, because of this relationship, I think that they'll really teach you to be that type of person. I'm getting a lot of messages. So I just got an interesting message. I do think you're a lot more extroverted than this person. And maybe you are usually the light for people. However, I do think it might be a bit of a mask. This is an interesting message. Maybe you're in the public eye, or maybe you're just well known in your field of work, and so you kind of have to put on a happy face, and go about your day trying to, brighten everyone's world. But you're not really focusing on brightening your world. So I think when it comes to other people, maybe you are an optimist. But when you're just by yourself, when you're alone, you're probably pretty pessimistic. And so when this person is with you, they bring out that optimistic side in you. So I think as you grow old with this person, that's really cute. As you are with this person, you both will grow to fit each other better and fit into the world better. Like, I think you both really raise each other up. This is interesting, they might teach you about intuition, and maybe you teach them about like life lessons or something, or more of the 3D. Like, I definitely think that they're the spiritual person out of the two of you. I think that, I just think that you will both learn from each other a lot. So let's get more on the 9 of Cups. Let's get 3, please. I gotta learn to shuffle over the table so I don't keep losing my cards to the floor. It's a very awkward angle though. Okay, a 4th card came out, so I'm gonna take it. So you got 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and Knight of Cups. So with this being the wish fulfillment card, this definitely, like I said earlier, this definitely feels like this person is a wish fulfillment. However, I do think that there's some blocks with you when it comes to this person. Like I said, I think that you have a lot of negative thoughts. So this Seven of Wands is interesting. Usually, when this comes up, it's usually about career, and it's usually about like batting away bad comments, whether that be a literal comment section or just hate you get in your workplace. But this is interesting because I'm interpreting this as you fighting your thoughts. And so the story of this is this person's in the right. He has the higher ground, you know? All of these people are coming from lower than him, you know? They are, what's a good word that doesn't sound super mean? I want to say they're below you. Did I already say that? I don't know. I don't mean it as like status. But I'm talking about your thoughts anyway. In which case, yes, your thoughts are at a lower status than you. Your true self. Because, again, like I said, the ego isn't truly you. Your soul is you. Self with a capital S. With the Ten of Wands. I do really think that you're way overthinking this. I think that you're like doing all of this hard work, whether that be like hard work in thinking or literal like physical hard work. Either way, this is gonna sound kind of rude. You're trying way too hard to get this person, and I don't mean that as like a negative. I mean that honestly as a positive, because this person's going to be a lot easier to get or to reach out to than you think. We'll get a little, honestly, I'm feeling like this is probably close to the end of your advice, but I kind of do want to get a little bit of information on the person just to see the outcome. However, I pretty much already know what it is, but I just want to confirm it for you and me. Yeah, but you are working really hard. Maybe you're like, I'm trying to figure out how to word, this is a slightly different message. Again, I do think you're kind of hyper independent, which in that case, with the Three of Pentacles, you should learn to let this person help you. I think this person wants to help you. Not in the sense of like, I can fix you, you know, you both help each other. This is a partnership, you know, they're all equals here. But without one of them, they couldn't complete the job. You know, they all have to be there. So I think that you will move this person forward and they will move you forward. And whether that be in learning, in work, in love, in spirituality, both of you move each other forward in some way or another. Knight of Cups. Did I show you them? I think I did. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Honestly, I'm getting a very, like, basic message from this. I think that, is that an expression? Bite the bullet? Bite the bullet. I don't know if that's an expression. Basically, get it over with and ask them whatever you need to ask them. Like, I do feel like you already know this person, whether you're close or not. I do think that you know of them. Again, I'm kind of getting the sense of a friend or just someone you're not close with, honestly, that you want to be closer to. But this will only happen. You'll only get all these cups, your wish, if you go and offer that cup of love. Again, does not have to be romantic. Honestly, I'm not suggesting you reach out and immediately ask to go on a date, to be honest. I highly recommend just trying to get to know them more, you know? I think that both of you will benefit from taking it slow. Because this is an interesting interpretation, but with the Queen of Cups, I often view her, she's so emotionally mature and she's so intuitive. In my experience, when someone has a lot of trauma, they either grow up to be very intellectually smart or very like intellectually mature or emotionally mature. And I think both of you have kind of gone in opposite directions, which is why I think both of you will really complement each other. So with the Queen of Cups, I definitely think this person has been through a lot themselves. And I think they might even be going through a bit of a hard time right now. Or with the Hermit, they might just not have been in a relationship for a while. I heard maybe not at all, like not a committed one. So I think that this is new for the both of you. This is very new for the both of you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to shuffle off camera, to get any last information on this person, the outcome and advice. So yeah, I'll shuffle and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So one card flew out while I was shuffling, like before I was ready to get one, but I won't tell you yet, okay? It's no spoilers. It's gonna be a surprise. So let's get some, am I in center? Yeah, I am. Let's get some more cards. Any last, here, Spirit, can I get any last, any last information on this person, the outcome, or the advice for the situation? Please and thank you. Let's get 7 cards. Wow, a lot of the same ones are coming out. Okay. One more, please. Thank you. Okay, so you got the 8 of Wands. This is the one that flew out. The 9 of Pentacles, the Hermit, yet again, 9 of Cups, yet again, Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, so with the Knight of Swords and the 8 of Wands, I'm potentially feeling, well, I'm feeling that you might potentially have the initial instinct to rush into things with this person. I also think that the feeling will be mutual. You might really connect well with each other, and honestly, with the Devil, there might be a lot of lust and passion. I don't know if I'm feeling so much as like empty lust as much as like passion. I think you might, if you do already know this person, you are very attracted to them. I heard midnight fantasies. Always fun to do that right before bed. Okay. Yeah, with the 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, there's definitely going to be an initial instinct to rush into things. Maybe even like to be sexual with each other very, very early on. But like I said earlier, it will definitely benefit you both if you take it slow. You might really go through like the friend phase really quickly, or like the get to know you phase really quickly. Yeah, like you might feel really, really closely. You might feel really close really quickly. Jesus, take a shot every time I say really quickly. Yeah, I think your connection will grow. I heard at the speed of light. That's pretty funny. What am I trying to, yeah, I think you'll get comfortable with each other very soon after you start talking. So there will definitely be that urge to kind of, I heard pounce on each other. But definitely with the Hermit here, think about it, please, think about it. Think through it. and take some time to maybe pull, not necessarily pull back from them, but restrain yourself. I heard yourselves. Restrain yourselves. So yeah, this is definitely mutual. I think both of you will really like each other. Maybe you two, if you do already know them, I think both of you have a crush on each other. But like I said, take it slow. Start with being friends. Yeah, don't speed through things. I mean, like, it's okay to get to know each other, and like, if you want to hang out every day or talk every day, go ahead. I'm not telling you to, like, play it cool or whatever. That's dumb. I hate when people play it cool. Like, be honest with them, be upfront, but just say that you're not ready for a relationship, or just that you want to get to know them better before you start dating, you know? Because I do think that you're pretty set on dating this person. With the Nine of Pentacles, you are definitely going to feel so fulfilled with this person. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. I think that this person brings out the happiness in you, like the childlike wonder. I think this person makes you feel really, like, peaceful. At peace. I heard they feel like home to you. That's very cute. Okay. King of Pentacles. Let me think on that one while I shuffle. Wow, that one flew out. That one looked supernatural when it flew out. Okay, we'll put those off to the side, and then we'll talk about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so King of Pentacles is a very stable energy. Again, this definitely makes me feel like you need to build a stable foundation with this person before you get serious. But I do think both of you will want to get serious very quickly. And this is interesting. I heard maybe both of you will kind of restrain yourselves, not just because you feel like you need to, but also because you, like, don't want to come off as desperate. Maybe you both feel like the other person could never like you, you know? They feel like you could never like them. You feel like they could never like you. Oh my God, sorry, my nose is really itchy. It definitely feels like I feel a lot of hesitation on both sides. However, once you take that leap off that cliff, you will be rewarded. Ten of Pentacles is very interesting. That one's about, like, abundance and family. So you might become very prosperous with this person. You might even start a family with this person. Whoops, that one goes here. Yeah, so the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords together. Oh, right, I didn't tell you the other cards that I got. Eight of Swords, the Emperor, King of Wands, the Fool, and the Ten of Pentacles. I went over the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, with the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Wands, I'm feeling like the Emperor is kind of the energy between you guys, and then the King of Wands is more your energy, and the Queen of Cups is more their energy. That's interesting. I hope this makes sense. I heard they will bring out the cups in you, and you will bring out the wands in them. Sounded a little weird, I know. Basically what I mean is you'll bring in the extroverted, outgoing side of them, and they'll bring out the emotionally vulnerable and intuitive side of you. Like I said, you both will level each other up in a lot of ways. With the Emperor, I'm feeling two things, honestly. This could either be a very traditional relationship or a not very traditional relationship. And what I mean by that is, Okay, hold on. Yeah, so with the Emperor, it feels like a very structured relationship. Like, this is a strong relationship. Like I said, it's very important to build a strong foundation. I think once you have that strong foundation, I heard nothing can break you, nothing can stop you. If not marriage, I do see a very long and committed relationship with this person. King of Wands, Eight of Swords. I mean, like, I'm just feeling you have so much anxiety around this relationship, especially about reaching out with the Fool, like taking that final step. Oh, that's so cute. I heard, but they're here to catch you. I think you have a lot of mistrust. Is that a word, mistrust? I think you don't trust easily. However, okay, that's interesting. You might feel scared at how quickly you feel comfortable with this person, or how quickly things progress with this person. Maybe you're vulnerable with them very soon in the relationship, very soon, yeah. With the Hermit, you might even pull away for a little bit. Yeah, like it might be going super quickly, and then you get kind of scared and you pull back. My advice with that is to be, like I said earlier, is to be open and honest with them about all of your feelings. And I do think that this will be hard for you, because I do feel like you've done this before and got hurt, which in that case, I get it. It's very natural to be scared, especially after, you know, something you've done has caused pain, or something that got done. I think you know what I mean. You know, something that you shared out of vulnerability has gotten you hurt. It's definitely hard to open up again. Both of you might have a fear of vulnerability a little bit. I think maybe you especially, like they might be a little more open to it. But like I said, I do think it will benefit. You'll both benefit from taking it slowly. But with the Hermit, I definitely feel like you pull back a little bit. And so my advice for that is to be very honest with them. Let them in. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Let them into your space, you know, let them into your heart, let them into your soul. With the Two of Cups, you could definitely be soulmates. Like, this is honestly feeling like a soulmate connection. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Either way, this is a very, like, you two are very, very connected on a spiritual and kind of like everything, emotional, spiritual, physical, intellectual. You just mix very well with each other. And with the Queen of Cups mixed with the King of Wands, I definitely do feel like you two are very different. Maybe like different from the outside. Yeah, so yeah. I think when people would look at you, like if you two were walking down the street, people might not expect you two to be a couple. Because it just looks unnatural. That's a very strong word. I don't like that word. It might just catch people by surprise. But what they can't see is that how do I word this? Like, you have a little bit of the Queen of Wands in you, and they have a little bit of the King of Wands in them. Again, it sounds weird. Not in that way. What I mean is your energies really blend together cohesively, and I think both of you kind of blend your ideals, your beliefs, your relations to morals, I heard. Yeah, basically you kind of just blend with each other. So I'm getting this this is such a weird image. I'm getting this image of like hesitate to say this. This sounds so creepy and weird. I'm getting this image of like the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I'm like, I can't even say it. Walking alongside each other, but like they're glued, like their bodies just kind of melt into each other. It's a very weird image. Hopefully you know what I mean and aren't creeped out by that, because it's definitely a weird image. Kind of like glued, meshed together. So, and the Queen of Cups is blue, King of Wands is red. So maybe you guys are purple. Like on the inside you're purple, but on the outside you're blue and red. I feel like I'm not making any sense, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. So yes, that has been the tarot portion of your reading. I think this is getting to around like an hour and a half long. We'll see how long it is after editing it, but very long. Yep, my throat hurts from talking so much. Okay, let me get some advice cards, and then we will end your reading there. Well, that didn't work. I'm trying to be better about shuffling my cards because, whoa, don't do that. Because I always bend them really badly. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna take that one. Like, I don't know if you can see this. This is really, really bad. So I'm trying not to do that to my other tarot cards, but it causes me to not be able to shuffle very well. Trying to be gentle. Should I take this one? Yeah. Whoa! I just completely threw it off the table. I did not know it would fly off the table like that. Okay, one more shuffle and then we'll pull some cards. As well as get the card that I just flung across the room. Where did it even... Okay, one second. I'm back. Yeah, I told you that we pulled cards. So the first one you have is Adventure. Live wild and free. Immediately it makes me feel of the Fool card. Maybe you're like too focused on the destination, or you're too focused on worrying about the path that you need to take. So let yourself enjoy the journey. Let yourself go wherever the universe takes you. Let yourself experience new things. Don't stick to, I heard conformity. Don't stick to what you're familiar with, you know? People grow by doing new things. So next we have Path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. Yeah, okay, so basically reiterated everything I just said. Jump off that cliff, man. Not in that way, you know what I mean. Jump off the cliff of fear, and trust that you will be caught because it will surprise you. That's that Page of Cups energy. What you get out of taking that leap of faith will surprise you in a good way, because right now I think you're expecting the worst. But you should trust the universe to do you right, you know? The universe won't fuck you over. Okay, last card you have, and then I actually grabbed an oracle deck that I got for Christmas because I do want to test it out really quickly. I haven't looked at all the cards, but I felt drawn to it for you, so. So then lastly we have Transform. Emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. Look at that. Wow, okay. These really just reiterated everything I just said. Yes, but let them help you. And again, I'm not meaning that to sound like they want to fix you. You both help each other exponentially. So let them into your life, basically, is what I'm saying. And let them help you grow. Let them support you. Well, I hope I'm making sense. I think that you might be a little scared of love, because again, I think it's pretty unfamiliar to you. So just let them help. Like if you are going through a really tough time and like you're kind of feeling like you want to withdraw, I think, step away, step back, make sure you tell them that and ask them for help. Be honest with them. Don't hide from them, because I think that will only cause both of you pain. And I know you don't want to hurt them, and I know they don't want to hurt you. You both want the best for each other. So, how do I say it? Let yourself be the best for them, I guess. Okay. Weird. Okay, right. So I'm going to shuffle off camera really quickly, and then I will come back and have a few oracle cards for you. Okay, so I don't know if they're able to be shuffled this way. I know that sometimes some of my cards are too smooth to fly out like this, so I might have to spread them and pick from there. We'll see though. I'm hoping that they come out like this. So far, it's not looking good. Okay, I'm gonna try 2 more times, and then if it still doesn't work, that one was close. I'm gonna take that one actually. I want to get you 2, I think. 2? Yeah, 2. Oh my god. Maybe I have to go faster or something. Do I take this one? Well, 2 came out. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, okay. Let's look at them. Oh, that's a, whoa, wait, it's the 20, yeah, it's the 27th as I film this. Was Christmas the no, Christmas was 2 days ago. Well, the numbers are 26, 29, and 22. Maybe something will happen December 29th. Maybe something happened December 22nd or 26th. Right, but nascent, is that the word? Nascent? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. It says, your potential is ripe. Yeah, so I think you're at a place right now where you have so much potential and it's just waiting for you. Like the universe has this gift for you and you're kind of like turning your back towards it and not accepting it. But, you know, and like the card, you have this ladder to pick the fruit. Wait, no, the fruit's up here. You have the ladder to pick the fruit. All you need to do is start walking up it. Like, look how easy the universe is making it for you. And, you know, you're right here and you're like, oh, but I'm scared to walk up the ladder, which is understandable. But look, you have all this fruit just waiting for you. So, you know, just climb that ladder and you get the fruit. You get a reward. So, ooh, my voice. 29, phenomenon. Expect the extraordinary. Okay, I gotta cover this a little bit, but whoop, flashed. Okay. Did I already read that? Expect the extraordinary. Yes, again, you are expecting the worst out of jumping off that cliff, climbing up that ladder. But please, listen to me. Just do it. Do it. It will benefit you one way or another. And from the cards, it will benefit you how you're least expecting it. Honestly, I think that this will go better than you could ever imagine. I think that even in your wildest fantasies, right now you are expecting the worst, but even in the deepest of your heart, wildest fantasies, the fantasies you think that will never come true, you'll get more than that. This will be better than what you are currently so hesitant to fantasize about. Yeah, I promise you, it will turn out well. I heard you just need to let yourself believe. And then lastly, we have lost. Choose joy as your compass. Yeah, so don't lead with your head. Don't lead with your ego. Lead with your heart. Let yourself feel. How do I word this? I think right now, Maybelline. Maybe you're feeling, you're having trouble feeling happy lately. Again, maybe you're in one of those places in your life where you feel pretty negative. Again, if you just came out of like a toxic situation or a toxic relationship, that's completely understandable. In which case, take the time to heal. But also try and find joy in things, even if it's the smallest thing. Like self-care, maybe you light some incense, or you draw or write or read a book, take a bath, definitely just try and find just small things, and you can, bump it up slowly. But I think you're in a really like negative headspace right now, which I get, it happens. So I think the way to get out of that, aside from jumping off that cliff, climbing up that ladder, is to start kind of slow. And honestly, I feel like you are getting to that point where you're starting to do small things that you enjoy. Maybe you're kind of in a depressive episode, and so you're finding it hard to find pleasure in things that you normally used to love. In which case, I guess I would suggest to do opposite action, in which the thing that you feel like you want to do the opposite of that, unless, what you want to do is healthy. But for example, if you want to isolate, maybe make a call to one of your friends, your best friends, someone you feel comfortable with, and you could even just talk on the phone. You don't even have to leave the house, or just text, reach out to someone. Yeah. And again, with this person that you want to reach out to, I don't like, I don't believe in like the savior type thing. Like I don't like that term or that expectation, because at the end of the day, people are just people, and they can't save you from yourself. They can help. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this person will help you help yourself. I hope that made sense. I feel like I could phrase that better. This person will help you learn to help yourself. That made more sense. Okay, yeah. So that was the Oracle deck. My new Oracle deck. I got like 7. Where did I put oh, right there. Okay, so to summarize your advice, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Trust your intuition. Take that leap of faith. Because honestly, I feel like you've been thinking about doing it for the longest time now, and you've just been scared to do it because, again, I think you're expecting the worst. But remember what that card said. Expect the unexpected. No, it said expect the extraordinary, I think? Yeah, expect the now I have to look. Yeah, expect the extraordinary. Yes. So Whatever you think will happen, think of the better version of that and then multiply it by 10. And again, if you're having a lot of trouble with your negative beliefs, do that thing where you write down on paper and it's kind of like a pros and cons list, what is the pros and cons of not reaching out to this person? And then what are the pros and cons to reach out to this person? Look at it on paper and make a logical decision on which you feel will bring you the most happiness. And dude, just, like, I cannot stress this enough, reach out to them. It will not cause you harm. They will not decline you. With the Two of Cups, I think that you two are meant to be together. You're meant to find each other, I heard. You're meant to help each other. Honestly, I think both of you are very important milestones of each of your lives. Yeah, I heard the word milestone. That's really interesting. Like, this is a turning point in both of your lives, meeting each other. I didn't mean to say meeting each other, actually. But that's interesting. I meant, like, talking to each other or coming together, union with them. And again, don't ask for anything romantic. Like, don't start off strong. Start off slow. Just ask to be friends, or ask to hang out or call, or even ask for their number. But yes, reach out to them. That is the main piece of advice. Trust your intuition and reach out to them. Maybe meditate or journal. Just try and get yourself to be the most hopeful that you can. And try to, again, if you need to gaslight yourself, then you need to gaslight yourself. I'm not here to say, oh, that's unhealthy. No, do what you need to do. As long as it's not causing you actual harm, whether that be emotional, physical, or spiritual. But again, I think it's fine to gaslight yourself. If you're thinking, oh, this person hates me, say, no, this person loves me. They're going to think I'm great. But it's gaslighting yourself in a positive way, And just believe that this person, the universe, everything that is rooting for you will catch you when you jump off that cliff. Because this person really cares for you, I can tell. This person cares for you just as much as you care for them. And again, I don't think you know each other too well. I do think you know of each other. Although I did say meet, which was weird. That was a slip, but it could have some significance for some people. But yeah, that is the final piece of advice. I really hope that this helped. Honestly, I really hope this helped. I'm rooting for you. I think everyone on your team is rooting for you. Again, I think that this situation will turn out really well for you. Nothing bad will come of it. I think that you just need to close your eyes and jump. Trust that you will be caught, and you will be caught. But yes, I really wish you the best on your journey. I really hope this helped. If you felt like this resonated or this helped you, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I will read any comments, and I appreciate any support that you want to give me. Liking the video is a very simple way to support me. Of course, subscribing would be even better. But yes, that has been your reading. I really hope you enjoyed, and with that, farewell. Okay, hello, if this is your card, Seven of Swords. This is your pile. Welcome. I hope you are doing well. Today's topic is advice on your current situation. So the first pile went really well. It was a very clear situation and very clear advice. So yeah, we're just gonna hop in. We're gonna get 7 cards to start us out, and then we will get some more depending on how clear the message is, / if I want more details to anything. Yes, so let's get 7 cards. Firstly, my name is Aris Keito. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate the support. I hope you are doing well. I hope that your holiday season went well. At the time of filming, it's like 2 days after Christmas, and 'tis the season of holidays. So yes, I hope everything went well, but if you're watching at a later date, I still hope everything is going well. Yeah, so we got 1 card so far. Let's get a few more. They're a little hesitant to come out. Like, they're not... The first pile, they were pretty quick. Okay, whoa. Okay, we got 4 cards so far. Wait, no. Wait. 5 cards. So, 2 more, please. Thank you. Oh, that was 2 more. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So, you got the 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Okie dokie. So immediately I'm thinking that you have a plan that you're conducting? Configuring? I don't know. You have a plan that you're working on. However, with the 2 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, this is definitely something that you don't really know if it will go well or not. When I first saw the 2 of Wands, my first thought was travel, like a vacation, but I don't actually think that's the case anymore. Actually, I think this might be a school, maybe, like applying to a school or applying to a job. Yeah. You might feel, this might have happened because, or you might be applying because you felt really pulled to, just like this, I heard invisible string pulling you towards it. I don't know. I don't know why I said don't know. I had nothing. Nothing was after that. So yeah, 6 of Wands, that's about success. So actually success, and then the 5 of Cups is about like disappointment, loss. And then with the 2 of Swords here, I'm really feeling like you think that this could, like the wheel could turn in your fortune, no, in your favor or against you. And you really don't know which it is. With the 3 of Pentacles, I kind of get the sense that you might be consulting with people. Either this is family, friends. Ooh, a card just popped out. Okay, 2 cards. We'll take them. You got the Fool and the Sun. Yeah, so you might be asking around a lot. Again, either friends, family, co-workers, or anyone else who goes to the school. This is... You do feel younger, like on the younger side, but I could be wrong. Like you might be going back to school, like you already finished school, but you want to learn something else and go back, which in that case, that's awesome. But yeah, you're definitely at a crossroads of some kind. Page of Swords, that's all about like being ready to learn. Being excited, curious, interested in the topics that he's learning. So I definitely feel like you have a lot of spirit in you. Like you want to do this, but I do sense the fear that you're a little... I do sense the fact that you're a little hesitant about it. Again, I think that you don't know whether this will turn out well or not. Well, it will. It will turn out well with the 6 of Wands. And then you also got the Sun. The Sun actually overrides any negative cards and turns like a positive spin on it. So that means, you know, well, you know what that means. It literally, you know, turns every message into a more positive message. The Fool, that's a new beginning. I actually got the Fool in the first pile, and the message, which is basically the message now, is to just take that leap of faith. I think you might be scared that you won't get in, like if it is a school or college, you definitely might be scared that you won't get in. I'm kind of feeling like a more prestigious school, or just something that you feel like might be a little harder to get into. But I think you're underestimating your skills and your power. Like Six of Wands, that's success, that's victory, that's confidence and recognition. I think that you're a lot better than you give yourself credit for. Yeah, I don't know, I'm getting a very specific energy from you. You feel on the younger side, like I'd say younger than 40, but you know, I could be wrong. Take it how it resonates. And it feels like a commitment, this school. Maybe you're going for like, maybe you're training to become a doctor, or work in the medical field. But yeah, there's definitely some disappointment here. I'm wondering if, oh, that's an interesting message. I'm wondering if you got told by a family member, a friend, just someone that you couldn't do it, and so that put a lot of negative thoughts in your head. If you weren't told by someone, it's something that you believe in, and I think it might go back to childhood, to be honest, with the Fool here. You might have had some experiences or some traumas that really messed with the thoughts in your head. Yeah, I am thinking this does feel like maybe perfectionism too. One second. Okay, yeah, this does feel like perfectionism. You might be, there's a lot of like, I'm worried I'm not good enough. I'm worried I'm not capable. I'm worried it won't work out. You might feel like I said, I am feeling a pretty young energy. So you might feel really new at this. Like you're a total beginner. You don't know where to start. My advice so far is to let yourself be a beginner. You know, school is here to teach us. School, you are meant to learn in school. I don't think anyone expects you to like have it all figured it out when you apply. I also think that you might not, like if you are applying, I see two situations here. If you haven't applied yet and you're thinking of applying, like this is such a random message, but I'm kind of getting the message that you might not be that confident in your writing. You know, college application, you have to write like an essay or something. And so you might not be very confident that you'll have a compelling enough essay, but you definitely, sorry, this chair is really uncomfortable. You definitely will. Like I said, this is success. The main issue that you're having, honestly, is just like, do I or do I not? However, if you have already applied, and I'm wrong about you just starting out, the school that you're in, I really feel like it's something like pretty serious, like a long-term commitment. You might be feeling like you don't know anything and like you want to quit. And so you're kind of like, do I drop out or do I stick with it? And I think you really can't decide. Like, I think it's been very difficult. Again, like if it's medical school, of course it's been difficult. Yeah, but I think that you should stick with it, to be honest. I think that it will really benefit you. I think that you'll have a good outcome from it. I don't think anything will go wrong. Like the only remotely negative cards are the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords, kind of. The rest are really positive. And the Two of Swords is just about like a crossroad. It's like being stuck at a decision. And a lot of times they kind of feel like they both have some negatives. So if it is like dropping out, for example, dropping out, of course, I heard ashamed. That's a very strong word, and you shouldn't be ashamed, but you know, it's an emotion. You can't really control your emotions. You just might feel bad about dropping out, or like sad that you did, like you're kind of missing out on something. But if you keep going, you're like, this is extremely hard, and I'm scared that I'll end up dropping out anyway down the line, and that whole time will be useless and not important to me at all. Yeah, so there's two paths, and you're not feeling confident in either. However, I really think that it will turn out positive. I think you should stick with it. Either apply or stay in school. With the Page of Swords, that's all about curiosity. That's about the desire to learn. With the Fool, like with the combination of the Fool, that's definitely like, let yourself be a beginner, let yourself be curious, let yourself have fun learning. You know, like learning doesn't have to be so serious. Have fun with it. And this could be in such simple ways, like maybe you take notes in a glittery pen, I don't know, or a colored pen, I don't know, whatever you enjoy doing. Maybe you listen to music while you're reading. Just let yourself be a beginner and let yourself have fun with it. So I do want to get more on this, I blanked. Yeah, so I do want to get more on this Two of Swords, but first, I just realized I haven't done this yet. Your significator card was the Seven of Swords. That's about strategy. That's kind of about like sneaky energy, going behind your back. So I'm kind of feeling like it can also, like I said, it can also really talk about strategy. You might be thinking too hard about this, or you're making so many, you're thinking about so many outcomes that it's confusing you. It's like, it's too much to keep up with. Because in the original Seven of Wands picture in the Rider-Waite, he has dropped some swords. Like he's carrying a bunch, but some have been dropped. So it's like you're thinking so much about the outcomes or the potential downfalls or negative things that would happen, that you can't even hold all of them. Like you're getting overwhelmed and like they're not even staying in your mind. I hope that made sense. And actually, I did really want to quickly read you the guidebook for the Seven of Swords, because this is the Hush Tarot deck, and it has very interesting, a very interesting, what am I trying to say? Interpretations. They're slightly different than the ones I know. Okay, Seven of Wands. You hold all the keys, like the starling you may have... Wait. Hold on. You hold all the keys, like the starling you may have the flashy, colorful appeal, but your ways are deceptive and bullying. Be aware of how you treat others. Now, I am not calling you a bully by any means. I don't think that that's about other people at all. I think you're bullying yourself. Again, I don't think that you have enough faith in yourself. I think that you don't think that you can handle this. But you're definitely overwhelmed. You're very overwhelmed on what to, for fuck's sake, what to do. And I heard how to do it. But just have more trust in yourself, and honestly, have more trust in the universe, because the Wheel of Fortune is also about faith. Okay, this is making sense so far. So, hold on. It's about having faith as well as... no. Fate. Did I say fate? Sorry. The Wheel of Fortune is also about fate and having faith in the universe. This is like something that is fated to happen. This is meant to be in your life. So let's get, I already got 2 cards for the Two of Swords. Let me get one more. And then we will interpret it. Okay. That was too many. One, please. I'm trying to get better about shuffling over the table, but it's a very, like, weird position to be in. And so I usually shuffle over my lap, but then they always fall on the floor. Anyway, oh my god, like that. Yep. Okay, one second. Okay. So the 3 cards that you got are the Four of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Five of Swords. Immediately, this is telling a very clear story. I think that if you drop out, or if you, yeah, honestly, I think that you're already in school, and this is a matter if you stay in or not. There's definitely a lot of worry that you'll be wasting people's money, either your money or like family's money. Like perhaps your parents paid for your college tuition. And so if you drop out, you feel like you're going to feel really bad and guilty about that. With the Five of Swords, I think that you're also worried that it will cause a lot of conflict within the family. Perhaps your family wants this of you, you know, maybe your family pushed you into this. However, I do kind of feel like this is something that you enjoy doing, or like something you're passionate about. But I do think it's hard work. So I'm definitely feeling the vibe that you're worried about conflict and I heard disgrace to your family. That's really harsh. But if it resonates, you know, take it. But that's really harsh. Four of Cups. That's all about disappointment. And honestly, with this image, I'm kind of, Jesus, this is rough. And so I'm not saying this. This is just the messages I'm getting. But it feels like, and these could just be anxieties of yours. This doesn't actually have to happen. But with this picture, you see how there's a hand being held out, offering a cup, and the guy is only focused on the 3 cups. The message I'm getting is that if you have siblings, your parents might start only paying attention to them, and this cup off to the side is you, and they kind of, I heard, shun you. Again, this is so negative. Honestly, I really hope this isn't the case. And again, I'm only reading your energy. So this is just worries you have. Again, I don't know how true they will be, or if they'll come true at all. But this is what it feels like you're feeling. Yeah, you're worried that your parents will be ashamed of you, or again, I'm kind of getting a different energy. Maybe this is something you don't want to do at all. Like your family kind of pushed you into this. And so the crossroads is, okay, yeah, that is an interesting message. So 6 of Wands, I'm kind of getting the message that your parents pushed you into this because they wanted you to be successful. Like they wanted a good job for you. They wanted you to make money. But this is something that you're really not enjoying doing. Like again, maybe these could be like fantasies that you're thinking of, like planning about what you actually want to do in life. Maybe you want to be an artist. Maybe you don't want to be in STEM at all. With the Fool, that's a new beginning. So I definitely think that you want to have something else happen than what is currently happening. So this is actually, honestly, a very, very tricky place to be in. So I really understand the Two of Swords energy, because my advice to you would be to do what makes you the happiest and not worry about anyone else. But that is a lot easier said than done, because if you are worried about all of those things, Did I put those back? I did not mean to put those back. If you are worried about those things, usually your worries come from real situations and like logical thinking, like based on past events, basically. That's where worries come from. So I think you're really scared to disappoint. I'm feeling like a father figure, to be honest, or a masculine energy. Again, anyone can have a masculine energy. It's just energy. But I am feeling a masculine energy being the one that you're worrying about, disappointing. This is such a tricky place to be in. And I don't want to suggest doing anything that will cause harm to you, either emotionally or, God forbid, physically. But my advice is really, I always give this advice, but I think you should follow your heart and let yourself be happy. Don't worry about anyone else's opinion. But this is a hard one. This is clearly a pretty serious situation. With the Page of Swords, now I'm thinking that this is talking about like a want to learn about something else entirely. I'm actually going to pull more cards on the Page of Swords and the Two of Wands to see more of what you are going after, because I think that will make me able to give you more advice. Thank you. Okay, 2. Okay, I'm already getting a message. I kind of want to wait until the third one comes out, though. Thank you. I'm kind of getting the energy of volunteer work or like charity of some kind. You got the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about giving, like being charitable. Basically, 8 of Wands is hard work. And then 7 of Wands, that immediately makes me think of like battling tough situations or bad situations. So yeah, I'm honestly kind of feeling like you want to work in a volunteer group or charity group, like what's it called? Peace Corps, maybe something like that, or just like volunteer work, in which case that's definitely something that will not make you a lot of money. Like that is something that will be tough to pursue and live off of. Let me get more on the 2 of Wands. Honestly, like I'm at a really tough place right now, because my main advice is to go for what makes you happy, but I don't want to be responsible for causing any disruptions in your life. So again, this is my personal opinion. Please do not do what I tell you to without thinking it through. Please, please, please think it through seriously and make your own judgment and your own call on it. And you can take what I said into account, but do not do what I said blindly, you know? Like really think it through, please. So we got 2 cards. You got the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles so far. Honestly, what this is making me think of is like not following your dreams is really taking a toll on you, on your spiritual and mental health. And whenever we are spiritually or mentally not doing well, it affects our physical health. So maybe you've been feeling really tired, maybe your joints have hurt, maybe you've been having headaches, stomach issues, but ultimately this is not good for you to stay stuck in a place that you are not happy in. Because 7 of Pentacles, this is about learning to do work, but honestly right now I'm kind of reading it as like you looking at all of the work you have to do in the current field that you're in and just being like, I cannot do this, I don't want to do this, I hate this, it's so tiring, it's not fun for me. I'm like, this is really unpleasant. So then you also got the King of Cups. Let me think on that one for a moment. I'm getting kind of an interesting message from this one. King of Cups is all about emotional intelligence and emotional maturity, as well as romance. And so I'm kind of getting the feeling that this Two of Wands is kind of a coping mechanism. Like you fantasize about the dream life you want as a coping mechanism. Maybe, and this is another piece of advice that, you know, I don't know, it seems like not that helpful, but take it as it resonates. You could try romanticizing your life, like just doing little things that will make you happier until you can do the true thing that will make you the happiest. But this kind of fantasizing definitely feels like it has turned into a coping mechanism of some kind. Yeah, but you're definitely stuck. You're stuck in a really hard position. Give me 1 second. I gotta drink some tea. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so with the Wheel of Fortune, now I'm feeling like you're kind of taking a gamble on whether to drop out or not. And I really feel like it's school that you're in right now. And again, it really feels like a medical school or something. But again, it could be like being a lawyer or something. Like it's a very serious, and I don't mean serious as in like, I can't think of it. I mean serious in the way of like, no one laughs, no one jokes. It's very like deadpan, very monotonous. There's just not a lot of fun there. It feels really boring. Everyone takes it really seriously. And I honestly think that you're kind of a more jovial, I heard. Jovial. I think that's a word. Jovial. Yeah, I know that's a word, I think. Jovial person. I think that with the Fool, you like to show off your inner child. You like to, I heard, dance around. Maybe you want to dance or something, or take dance classes. But yeah, I don't think that this, where you are in life right now, fits where you want to be and fits you right now. I don't think that this is a good place for you to be. And again, my honest advice would be to follow your heart and do what you need to do to make yourself the happiest that you can be. I want to get more on, should I do Wheel of Fortune or the Six of Wands? I'm going to get more on the Six of Wands. Awesome. Oh, cool. Those came out quickly. Okay, so you got the Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, and Six of Cups. Yeah, so I was just talking about your inner child. I think maybe what you want to do is based on something you wanted to do as a kid. Like maybe you've had something you've wanted to do like forever. If it is the example of dance, maybe you've always wanted to be a dance instructor or a professional dancer, you know? And so the success I'm seeing here is two different things. The first thing is the success your family or friends or people that you depend on want of you. So like they want you to finish this school, they want you to become whatever will make the most money. So that's one type of success. I'm seeing it like kind of a paradoxical comparison or like difference. And then the other situation that I'm seeing with the Six of Wands is your own want to succeed. Like, I think that because you dream so much of leaving this place, I think that in your fantasies, you always feel really strong. You feel like you can do anything. Maybe you even picture people like being really proud of you. But I think that you have a lot of anxieties about what people will think, especially any masculine energy in your life. But yeah, so this success that you're dreaming of, this definitely could be something that you've wanted to do since you were young, or something that reminds you of your past self. So then with the Four of Swords, you're definitely in a position where you're taking time to stay still and not move. Sorry if you can hear my cat yelling. You're kind of in a stagnant energy, but you've put yourself there out of safety. And what I mean by that is basically what I just said. It doesn't feel safe to move forward with what you want to do. You're kind of in this place where you've almost put yourself in, like, what's the thing? Like, the thing where people, like in sci-fi films, people go in a tube and then they like put their body into rest and then wake up 100 years later and they're the same person. You know, I think you know what I mean. Anyway, if you don't, then that was really confusing. A something chamber it's called. But you kind of like put yourself in here and you're just kind of waiting for the right moment to move on it and get the success. I think a part of you thinks that like that the time is never, like you're just going to be stuck here forever, and or just stuck here until you finish the school or whatever you are working on right now. Then the Queen of Cups, hold on. Queen of Cups, that's again about intuition, emotional intelligence, maturity. It's interesting that you got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. That's counterpart energy. That kind of gives me the message, like maybe you have one best friend that would really support you, or like a partner that really supports you. And so I don't think that you have no one who would support you. Like everyone would shun you out. I don't think that's true. I think that you have at least one, maybe a few people who really get you and who want to see you succeed. But again, I think that everything in your body is telling you to drop out or telling you to go down a different path in life, but you're really hesitating because of the fear of, I keep hearing getting disowned. Again, that is so harsh, and I don't want to like put words to it, but I'm just saying what I'm hearing. Like you're scared of people's reaction. I think I just dropped a card. Come back. I think you're scared of people's reactions, what they'll be. So again, you're really hesitating. Okay, now that was a lot of like what's currently happening. Now I'm going to dive into advice, the whole point of this reading, but let me drink some tea first. Sorry, my throat really starts to hurt when I'm talking this much. The first pile went on for a while. So, like, again, the advice I'm getting, I'm really hesitant to give you, because you need to follow your heart, you need to follow your intuition, you need to do what is best for you. But this is all going to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's so easy to say, but like, you do it then, you know? And that is something that I have never been through. So I don't know the full extent of what you're feeling. However, I can understand the struggle of worrying about people's opinion based on your actions. I understand that. In which case, yes, it is extremely hard to break away from that. It's not easy at all. I'm really only getting one message, and it's to follow your heart, follow your intuition, do what makes you the happiest like that you can possibly be. You definitely are not on the right path in life. Again, that might be why you're getting headaches or muscle aches, stomach issues, fatigue, nausea. In which case, I kind of recommend, if you're having problems in a certain area of your body, throat, head, stomach, heart, look up the chakras, and look up what it means if it's blocked. I think that might be helpful to you. Maybe you're having a lot of anxiety in your chest. I just kind of got a bolt of like anxiety, and I feel it in my chest a lot. I don't know about you, but it does feel like panic almost. Like it feels a little hard to breathe too. You might even be having panic attacks because of this, or just anxiety in general, like really strong anxiety. In which case I do recommend looking up the heart chakra and what blocks it, what it means, like what the symptoms of it is when it's blocked, how to unblock it. I do think that you're like, you feel it in your body though. Like everything is telling you to not go down this path. You might kind of feel like you're too far into it to stop. Like there's just a lot riding on this situation. There's a lot of consequences that might happen. Maybe, because if this is truly your family and they're gonna be like disappointed in you, again, I hate that word, or just upset in general, I don't know, maybe like try and sit them down and have an honest talk about why you're dropping out or why you're going down a different path. Really like try and make them see it from your perspective. You could even write something to them. I also think really relying on your support system, because I do think that you have at least a couple of friends or family members that support you and want the best for you. Really rely on them. Have them help you along the way. Don't carry this burden all by yourself. Ask for help when you need it. Ask to talk when you need it. If you are really going through a lot of anxiety, please reach out to someone, whether that be a therapist, a friend, a family member, a hotline, you know, really anything that will help you in that moment. Because I'm feeling a lot of pain, you know, a lot of pain. And a lot of it is trapped in your body. And when emotions are trapped in our body, it really takes a toll on us. I know I said that before, but like emotional pain will affect your physical pain, and physical pain will affect your emotional pain, and you just get stuck in this loop and this cycle of everything hurting, everything feeling bad. I do kind of feel like you've been getting headaches and like anxiety attacks, or just anxiety in general. The headaches really feel like a pressure, like I'm feeling a pressure on my head, like someone's squeezing my head. I think those are called tension headaches, in which case you might want to look it up. Something might help with that. I mean, if it is a spiritual reason, sometimes medication can't help. But if it has been helping, I recommend like Advil or ibuprofen. Those usually help me. And if it is spiritual, maybe look into like herbs that will work for whatever issues that you're dealing with. Like there are a lot of good sources out there that you can rely on to tell you which herbs are, like which supplements and herbs are good for you in what situation. Yeah, I don't know, like as soon as I started to pile, there's just a lot of pain in my body. Yeah, I feel it like right here, kind of right where my ribs end. I think sternum, is that what it's called? No, I think this is your sternum. I don't know what this is, like down here. You can't even see. Down here, right where the ribs end. Honestly, it really feels like you're just going through a huge blockage right now. Again, I think with that Two of Swords, you're just so stuck and you don't know what to do. I honestly really think like making a plan might work, relying on a therapist or friend or friends, family, anyone you can really rely on to who wants the best for you. Make a plan with them. Because again, I feel like whatever path you're in right now, it's very hard to find time for the things that you want to be doing. So I really don't think there's any way to like do both. I think that you're way too busy with this path instead of the path you want to go down. I'm gonna get more information on advice. I'm really gonna be really specific in wanting advice, because this is a lot of like what's happening, which I do think it was important for me to acknowledge it, because again, it helps me understand the situation better, and it understands, and it helps me know what advice to give. So I'm gonna get 5 to 7 cards. Whoa. And then, does my outline go? Yeah. And then we will go from there. Yeah, okay. This is a pretty clear message. Again, this is really a situation of like, this is easier said than done. Let's get a couple more. I'm gonna use that. Those 2, I'll take those. Okay. So we got our cards. You got the 9 of Wands, the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, the Magician, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. So with the Hermit, that kind of goes back into like taking some time to think things through, make a plan of action, like make a plan that will really help you move forward. Like it could be crafting a speech, like literally anything that you think will help make people understand why you're leaving this current path to pursue your dreams. With the Knight of Swords and the Chariot, that's about quick movement. The Knight of Swords is pretty interesting because he's the type to go for his dreams no matter who gets in his way. And sometimes it can even cause pain to those who get in his way, but he doesn't care. He just blows right through. And the Chariot, okay, hold on, I'm getting a lot of messages. And the Chariot is all about moving forward. However, the only thing stopping the Chariot is hesitation. So this hesitation will only be broken when you get into the Knight of Swords energy. You need to just go through it all, power through it all, go until you are safe, until you're like where you want to be. Stop at nothing to reach your goals, no matter how many tries it takes. Because the Knight of Swords is powerful. He's fast. He does not stop to go around people or to apologize. Like he goes for what he wants and he gets it. With the Magician, that's all about manifestation and having everything in your, like everything you need to manifest what you want. So again, I think you have the skills to power through this. I think you have the ability to. It's just with that Chariot, like the only thing stopping you is hesitation, which again, I understand. It's hard to, especially if you grew up in a house where you became like a people pleaser, and then it's especially hard to ignore people's thoughts and opinions about you or your choices and do what you want to do. Yeah. But with the Queen of Wands, I think that you should step into this energy. Again, I think inside you, like you're like, you're this extroverted, whether that be with only your close friends or just in general. You're an extroverted, very happy, very confident, very funny, like you very bold. You don't like, honestly, I think your true self does not care what other people think. You are the type of person to do something only because you want to do it, not because others have told you to do it or urged you to do it. The Queen of Wands is all about like being yourself, basically. The Queen of Wands is completely herself. She doesn't stop at anything. And again, she's not rude. She's bold and she's blunt, but she knows, and she does everything because she wants to do it. But she's also compassionate, and she will help others when they need it and lift others up. She's a leader type. She's the one to be optimistic and help in situations, even by finding like silly solutions, you know. She's just always, I want to say, the fixer and the doer. And I honestly think that is your true energy right there. That is who you are really meant to be. And so I don't know where you're at right now in terms of getting there. I might be able to get a few more cards on that. Nine of Wands, you're definitely scared to get hurt. That's all about hesitation. That's like you got hurt once and now you're worried you'll get hurt again. You might be pretty guarded right now. Maybe you're not letting people in, like your friends or family that want to help you. Maybe you're not letting them in. Maybe you're kind of isolating yourself because you might have fallen into like a depressive episode because of this situation you're in. Again, this is just a hard situation to be in. This is not easy by any means. Is there anything Pile 2 can do to help stop the hesitation? Let's get 3 cards, please. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. She's snoring. Whoa, okay. Okay. I dropped it. I caught it and then I dropped it. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so was that I swear more came out, but maybe not. Okay, so you got the 8 of Cups, the Star, and the 4 of Wands. So with the Star, that is about hope. That's all about hope and faith in the universe that you will end up where you need to be. That's trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting everyone around you, that nothing can deter you from your path. You will make it to where you are meant to be, no matter what happens. Again, with the Wheel of Fortune that came up, this is fated. This is meant to happen. You're meant to have this struggle on this path and choose to go down a different way. That's going to be a huge karmic lesson for you. So with the 8 of Cups, this is about leaving with a heavy heart, but it's taking a leave when the time is right. It's not doing anything impulsive. He's slipping away in the night, so it causes the least amount of disruption. So, and then with the 4 of Wands, that's celebration. I want to say, with the Star, have hope and faith that, like I said, that you'll end up where you are. I think the hesitation is causing you to be really pessimistic, but try and like be a little more optimistic. The 8 of Cups is all about leaving at the right time. So follow your intuition, leave when you feel called to. And I do feel like you will know when the time is right. And then the Four of Wands, that's about celebration and community. I think you should celebrate every small win. I think, every step that you take towards your rightful path is a happy occasion. And again, I think that you should reach out to people and have them help you. Because with that 10 of Wands, that's about like carrying a heavy load. And while yes, you could do it by yourself, it would go much faster and be much easier if you let some other people hold some of the wands for you as well. So yeah, I definitely think that you are meant to, I heard shine. You're meant to shine. I think you're meant to do really great things in life. I think you're meant to be a creative person, someone who's completely themselves and doesn't shy away from challenges or fear. Like you're meant to be a very bold person, someone who's strong and just like is completely yourself. Like I can't stress that enough. The only thing stopping you is hesitation, which again, I get like that. Again, that's so much easier said than done. There's hesitation for a very real reason. But I think the only thing you can do in this situation is just go for it when the time is right. Make a plan, get everything ready, and go for it. And don't be ashamed, Be completely yourself. Own it. Don't be shy about it. Don't be like regretful or mournful. Don't shy away from the fact that this is your passion. Because whatever you're going after is truly your passion. This is something you've wanted to do for a while or something that you dreamed of. So don't let other people get in the way of that. I'm hearing ringing in my right ear. I know that can mean something, so I'm gonna look that up really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, this is really interesting. In spiritual interpretations, ringing in the right ear is often seen as a positive sign, signifying a call to action, a nudge to take initiative on your goals, or a message about increased spiritual awareness and connection to divine energy. It can be interpreted as a wake-up call to move forward with your dreams and plans. That's interesting. That has never happened before where like I get that's the first time I've gotten like ringing in my ear. Like not really, like ringing in my ear while I'm doing a reading. Call to action. Yeah, that really just put it into perspective. That's really interesting. I'm gonna shuffle a oracle deck off camera, and then I will be back. All right, let's pull 3 cards, and then after this one, I'll do another oracle, and then we will end your reading there. These are just to get any other pieces of advice or more messages about what's going on. Did one flip over? Yes. Okay. Let's get 3, so 2 more, please. Woo! Oh my god, I caught it. Hooray. Whoa, okay. Okay, so you got journey, branch out to new worlds. Yeah, don't be scared. Again, I think there's a bit of a fear to be a beginner, or just to like not know what you're doing, like start going down the true path that you're meant to be on and then not knowing what to do or how to do it because you feel like you're like naive and you don't know anything about it. But just let yourself be a beginner, let yourself ask for help, learn. Just with the Page of Swords, that's all about curiosity and learning and having fun while learning. So definitely don't be afraid. I heard to let yourself win. That's a very specific answer or message. So take it how it resonates. Next we have change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. Yeah, so I definitely think that you're afraid of things with family ending in a certain way, like disappointing people. But just know that this was meant to happen. And this will only lead to a new beginning that leads to more great things. Like really, you were meant to be teacher, and actually the next card we got is teach. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. Honestly, I think that whatever you're meant to do, you're also meant to teach people in it. Like, I do see you as a leader. So, Queen of Wands is all about leading the group. She's a leader. She's the one who knows what to do, but she only knows what to do because she learned it. She let herself go through all of the challenges and become who she is. Without her past pains, she wouldn't be her. And again, I'm using her because it's the Queen of Wands, but you can be any gender, identify as anything you want. I'm just doing energies. And there did feel like a lot of feminine energy with like following your intuition, getting in touch with your emotional side. However, there was also like a balance of masculine and feminine energy, because with the masculine energy, like it was all about taking charge, going for what you want, taking the action to get there. So yeah, I do think that you're meant to learn it so you can teach it. And again, I'll use the example of a dancing. Maybe you will take dance classes for years, and then later in life you become a dance instructor and you're a really good one. Like I heard people from all over the world, all over the country come to like find you. Like you're a really good teacher, but you wouldn't be without taking this path, without taking a leap of faith and doing what you felt called to do. Yeah, so let's get your final oracle decks, or I keep saying decks, deck, and then we will end the reading there. Okay. Don't fall. Okay. I'm going to shuffle this off camera and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I want to get 3 of these as well. Yeah. Actually, let me make room for them to actually sit on the table. Last pile, these took a little bit of time to come out because they're very smooth. So they have trouble like flying out. But I was able to do it last pile, so I think I will be able to do it this pile. Can I have 3, please, on any last advice or messages for pile 2 on their situation? Please and thank you. I might cut some of this out just because it's taking quite a while. Okay, I got 3. Oh, 4 came out, actually. Interesting. Okay. Wait, 5. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. I'll take them. Yeah, I'll take them. Whoopsies, don't do that. Okay, this is really interesting. The first one you got is Beacon of Fortitude, ground and connect. Yeah, so honestly, meditation might help, or journaling. Anything to tap into your emotions and tap into what you truly want out of life. This one's cool. Number 10, elixir. Your wish is granted. So yeah, this is definitely like telling you that you will get what you want if you power through it. If you're like the chariot and the knight of swords and you just go for it, you take action. Because yeah, I do think there's also a fear of like, what if I choose the different path and then it doesn't even work out for me? But don't worry about that, because it will work out. It will come true. Then we have naivete, cultivate innocence. Yeah, so this goes back to the Fool. Let yourself be a beginner. Let your inner child out. Let yourself see the world in brand new eyes. Again, let yourself have fun in life. Don't take it so seriously. I think that whatever situation you're in right now has really dulled your joy and your true self. So let that back out. Let your light shine. Raconteur. I don't actually know that word. You are the catalyst. Yeah, so you are the one who starts this. You're the one who's in charge of getting you there. There's nothing that will pick you up and instantly put you where you want to be. You have to be the one to take that first leap of faith and go from there. And then primordial and passion. Leave your mark. Yes, you are going to do great things. You're going to be a leader. You are going to teach people. And you will make a difference in the world. I think, honestly, your story might inspire a lot of people. Maybe you become a blogger or a vlogger and you share your story. I do feel like you're moving into something more creative rather than like scientific or like STEM, you know? Yeah, but okay. I feel like I ended kind of abruptly, but this has been your reading. I do hope you enjoyed. I really hope this helped in any possible way that it could. I am really rooting for you. I really wish you the best and hope that your situation takes a turn for the better. I know that you have it in you to do this. I mean, I saw it in the cards. I know that you have this ability to accomplish what you're dreaming of. You just need to have faith in yourself and the universe that things will work out how they're meant to. But yes, with that, thank you so much for watching. It'd be great if you could like, comment, and subscribe. That would really help me out. Any support I can get would really help. I mean, I do want to help more people. I want my videos to get a larger audience because, you know, I do feel like a lot of people would benefit from more help in their life. And with that, farewell. Okay, hello. If you chose this card, the 9 of Pentacles, this is your pile. Welcome. My name is Adis Kato. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy. Today's topic is advice. Oh my God, cards are already flinging out. Advice on your current situation. First pile, we got a lot of advice. Second pile, tricky situation. But they have been going really well. So I'm excited to do this reading for you. Oh my God, cards are like flying out, dude. We're gonna get 7 cards as usual, and then we'll expand from there. Right now, we only need 1 more. You already have 6 cards. Okay, yeah. This is already a very clear message. Okay. Yes. Okay, so your situation, firstly, we're going to talk about that. You have a manifestation or a want for a manifestation. I think that you've wanted for a long while, but you think it's too good to be true. Maybe you've even been told by psychics or tarot readers or done tarot readings yourself that you'll come into contact with this manifestation. I'm kind of feeling like it's a person. We'll get more on that, but I am kind of feeling like it's a person. Yeah, maybe you've been manifesting a new business partner, a new romantic partner, a new friend, and you've been getting all these signs that you will get them, but you're not really, you're only focusing on the negative right now. Did I tell you your cards? I think I did. If not, Two of Wands, King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, the Magician, and Six of Swords. So with the Five of Cups, you're only focused, like, I think that you're not happy with your life right now. And I don't mean that as like, oh, I hate my life. This could be like just one aspect of your life. Like maybe you wish your social circle was bigger, you know? There's something that you're unhappy with in your life, and you're choosing to only focus on the lack of what you have in that situation, when you should be focusing on bringing someone in or bringing something in that will brighten up your life. And I think that you even know that this is coming, but you're like refusing to acknowledge that it's coming. With the Seven of Cups, you have all these things that you're looking at, all these dreams and all these manifestations and wants and dreams, desires, but you feel like they're all like delusional. You feel like none of them could ever come true because it's too good to be true. But you're putting that delusion over all of it. Like if you just took the delusion off, they'd still all be there. I hope I'm making sense. Basically what I'm trying to say is whatever you are trying to get, you will get. Yeah, but I think that you're refusing to see the truth, honestly. I think that you're not seeing it for what it is. I think that you might have like trust issues, especially with the universe or spirit. Maybe things haven't worked out for you in the past, but that was all for the best. Like everything leading up to this moment. My dog is trying. Are you okay, honey? Okay, I think she's fine. She's 17. She's very old. She has COPD. And so she has trouble breathing. We have to give her an inhaler. So if you hear her coughing, that's, you know, she's being treated. She's still very happy, still very active. Anyway, you don't need to know this, but where was I? Yeah, so you have all these dreams, you have all these fantasies, you have all these wants. With the Two of Wands, you might even be planning for this life. You're like, when I get this, I'm going to do this. And when I get the money, I'm going to buy this. And when I get the person, we're going to go here. Travel might be involved since the Six of Swords and the Two of Wands is here. Maybe you want enough money to travel the world. Like that's your manifestation. I do want to get more on the King of Wands though. This kind of feels like a person. I want to get more on a lot of these. Yeah, but there's just a lot of distrust. I think that's a word. I've been forgetting my words lately. There's just a lot of lack of trust in the universe. You're in spirit. Maybe you've been told that something will happen and it doesn't turn out right. But again, I think that sometimes spirit has a funny way of communicating. Like they might tell you things just so it moves you forward on your path and gets you to where you need to be. So let's get more on the Two of Wands. Actually, no, let's get more on the King of Wands. I want to do that one first. Whoa. Okay, yes, this is a person. Okay, you got the Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is a fated connection. This is a romantic connection. You might be friends with this person, or you might be, if you haven't met, you might be friends with them before you start dating them. But this is a very strong connection. With the Ace of Cups, I think that they are the one to offer their like take you on a date or ask for your number or something. Like they are the person who goes up to you and makes the first move. But yeah, King of Wands, this person's a traveler, they're confident, they're extroverted, they're a leader. He goes after what he wants. But yeah, this is a person, so I'm guessing you're manifesting a person. So I do think that you might have been told for a while that this person's coming into your life, but you're just not finding them. Like you're like, okay, when? And this spirit, it's like soon. You're like, okay, when is soon? Soon is so relative, which I get. Soon is very relative. Let's get more on the Two of Wands though. But yeah, you're definitely planning for what you want. Like there is a part of you that knows this is coming. Maybe you just feel like it's not coming as soon as Spirit says it will. But the first piece of advice is to believe Spirit when they tell you what's coming into your life. Okay. So for the Two of Wands, you got the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so Two of Wands is all about planning for the future, like planning where you want to go, what you want to do. With the Eight of Wands tied into that, this is going to happen way faster than you expect. I heard it's right around the corner. Again, this is like one of those things where I'm basically saying soon, but it does feel like it's soon. With the Queen of Cups, it definitely feels like you're very intuitive. You might be I heard spiritual teacher, spiritual person. Yeah, I think that you're being asked to trust your intuition, because I do think the deepest part of you knows that this is true. They know that this will happen deep down, but I think your ego is not having it. They're like, no, we could never have that. It's not true. Why would they ever like me? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of negative self-talk. And even if you have gotten to the point of feeling positive about yourself and like loving yourself, you'll still kind of think like, oh, that's too good to be true. Because there is an element of like, this doesn't exist. This can't exist because this is way too good. But it does exist. Spoiler alert. It does exist, and it is coming in quickly. Once you have this manifestation, you don't want to let go. Like, you won't want to let go. However, it is urging you to be a little softer, I heard. The Eight of Pentacles is really interesting. That's all about like mastering a skill, learning how to work hard and consistently. I think honestly, your consistency in whatever task you're doing has helped you get to this point, has helped you manifest this person. Maybe you're on TikTok or something and you've been posting a video every day or every other day, every week. And so your audience has grown, and that will cause this person to reach out or something, or DM you. But yeah, I do think your work has something to do with this person. Maybe you meet at work. I kind of feel like you don't know this person yet, though. Maybe you know of this person, but you don't know them personally. Let me get more on the Six of Swords, because I'm kind of getting a specific message with that, but I just want to confirm. Right. Okay. Let's get two more, because one already flew out. That was way too many. Just two more, please. Okay. Fine, I'll take them. Four flew out. So for the Six of Swords, you got the Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Justice. With Justice, this person may be high in status, higher up in the position of workplace or something, and they might offer you a way to gain success quickly. With like Justice and Six of Wands, that's definitely feeling like quick success, like overnight success. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, that's definitely an interesting mix. That's all about being a leader, like leading with passion, confidence, being an extrovert, lifting people up, but being bold and blunt. Then the Queen of Swords is, and Queen of Wands is like all about being yourself, being completely true to yourself, not hiding from anyone. And then the Queen of Swords is similar in the way that she doesn't hide from anyone, and she's completely herself, but she relies only on logic. She makes decisions purely from logic, and doesn't use her heart to lead. And she's also blunt, she gives direct directions, and she's not afraid to say no or decline someone. But yeah, paired with the Six of Swords, I had a thought, now it's gone. 1 second, let me think. Okay, so with the Six of Swords, that definitely feels like you're stepping away from your like previous beliefs or your previous life. Like I said, you're not happy with certain things of your life. And that could be a lot of things, that could be one thing. But either way, you are moving away from that to this person, basically. And this person will help you become more yourself, become more extroverted. And actually, we got the King of Wands and now the Queen of Wands. So those are counterparts. So it does feel like this is an important connection in some way or another. But yeah, I think this person will help you become more yourself, help you feel more comfortable being yourself around strangers, I'm hearing. I think that you have no problem being yourself around the people you love and trust. But when you're in a group full of people you barely know, you're probably pretty quiet and introverted. I get it. With the Queen of Swords, I also think that this person you might be a bit of a people pleaser or just have trouble leading. This person will definitely help put you in a leading position. You might even be put in a position where you're in charge of a lot of things and maybe even people. And so you'll be having to make a lot of tough decisions and specific calls. Yeah, but again, you're having trouble believing this. I think you already know a lot of this, either from intuition or from psychics. But yeah, I do think that you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't think this is news to you. Right, so my advice would be, firstly, trust spirit in the universe that they are not lying. I heard think back on other tarot readings you've gotten or other psychic information you've gotten about different situations that has turned out to be true. And honestly, I recommend writing your readings down, whether you're doing them yourself or others are doing them for you. And if you haven't written any down and you don't really remember them, pick something like, who are you really? Or something about yourself that you can 100% confirm, and write everything down, or at least listen to it and think about how it sounds like you. Just look for proof maybe, and then, yes, think logically about the proof that you have, maybe even write it down on paper. Look at all the proof, that you've gathered over the years or just over the days that you try this out, and then realize how much of it is true, and then think, like, why would Spirit be lying to you about this one thing when everything else was 100% accurate? And maybe you're thinking, maybe you're like, you have trouble believing in Spirit in the first place sometimes, in which case you might be thinking like, oh, this is all a cruel joke. Nothing is, like, this isn't gonna happen because I'm just being led on. This is just gonna be a stupid lesson, blah, 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 you know? But really, you need to, there's just a lot of, like, trust. Distrust. Yeah. There's a lack of trust going on with the universe and yourself. Because I do think there's a small part of you that's like, I could never get this. This sounds too good to be true for me. I heard, why me? So maybe you do think that it exists, or you do think that someone could get it, but why you out of everyone else? But I do have a reality check for you. You are going to be very important to the world in some way or another, and this person will help you move forward. Yeah. I don't think that you're not going to be stuck where you are forever. I think there might be some fear that's like, this is my life forever. I'm going to be stuck and nothing fun is ever going to happen. Another piece of advice is to try and romanticize your life, maybe. Like, try to find the joy in the journey and not the destination. Like, I do think that if you do kind of believe that someone's coming into your life, you're really just waiting. You're like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Just find some joy in the journey. And this could be such small things, like maybe light some candles and meditate, or, I don't know, listen to music, listen to your favorite music, dance around, anything that gets you in a good mood. Because I do sense some depression here, some just lack mindset, or a feeling of disappointment with what you have right now. Like, I don't think that you're in a particularly happy place. Like, you're not to the point where you, like, fucking hate your life with every, like, part of your body. No, it's more so like, my life is really boring, I wish it was different. Yeah, it's definitely not like I wish I didn't have a life, it's just I wish my life was different. So, can I get some more advice for pile 3 on this situation? Whoa. Okay. Let's get one more. One or two more. Okay, I'll take these. Okay, you got 5. Firstly, you got the Moon, then the World, then the 4 of Swords, then the Page of Cups, then the 2 of Cups. Okay, so this person coming in is your soulmate. I think they're going to be the first one to offer you, like, a date or ask you number, etc. But you and this person really connect. Your souls are very connected. You might have past lives with each other. Page of Cups, again, expect the unexpected. This person might come out of the blue. You're definitely going to meet them in a way that you won't expect. 4 of Swords, that's just, like, you're in stagnation. Be patient, though. That's also about patience. Like, don't force anything. Let the universe take over for you. With the Moon, that's all about intuition and also figuring out what's illusions. So don't let yourself be tricked by the fact that you think that this is too good to be true, that you could never have it. Don't let those illusions win. Let your intuition guide you, you know? Believe in what you truly think will happen. Yeah. Then the World, that one's interesting. That's all about like completion, a new phase in life. That's like the ending of a new beginning. No, the ending to set off a new beginning. So I definitely think that meeting this person will start a whole new life for you, I'm hearing. Again, I'm hearing that it'll go by really quickly. Like, I think leading up to meeting them, you felt like time was just stretching on forever. Then you meet them and suddenly everything's moving like at the speed of light. But honestly, the advice here is really, really simple. Trust your intuition. Don't let your fears or negative self-beliefs get in the way. Be patient and let the universe handle it. Trust that you're good enough for it too. And you can work on manifesting and not chasing after it, so maybe do some manifestation rituals, but then after it, like, let it go, let it into the air, into spirit, and it will bring back what you want. Again, I'm just kind of hearing like right around the corner, right around the corner, right around the corner. Yeah, so I do think this is coming quickly. Let's get any more. Honestly, this was such a simple reading. Like, I didn't have a lot to tell you, because I honestly think you've gotten a lot of tarot readings on this topic. I think you know a lot about it, and that you don't really need me to tell you all of this. Again, I think you already know all of it. So this has been a short reading. But again, I think that you know this. Like, you know everything I was talking about. Okay, so let's get 3 of these, and then we will get a couple more from one more oracle deck, and then we will end the reading. These cards usually give some advice or just some guidance. They're usually pretty connected. Like, honestly, they're always super connected to the tarot that we just pulled. Like, it almost never gives new information, but it might phrase it slightly differently. Let's get 3 of these. We got 1 so far. Let's get 2 more, please. That one fell on the floor. Okay, let's get 1 more. Perfect. Okay. Okay. This is funny. Okay, wish. Make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. Yeah, so it's totally okay to send out manifestations into the universe and talk to your spirit guides or talk to spirit in general, and maybe pray if that's something that you resonate with. But as the next card says, let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. Yeah, so like I said, don't chase it. Let it fly into the universe, fly into spirit, and spirit will return it back to you. But if you're holding it so tightly, it can't be released. And nothing will happen. And then the last card we have is trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. Yeah, so trust your intuition, not your ego. I think your ego is yapping away, telling you all these negative things, telling you that it won't happen, telling you that you're delusional, etc., etc. But trust your intuition, because I do think deep down, you know what's right and what will happen. Trust yourself. And trust the universe. Okay, we're gonna get I keep saying one last oracle deck of 3 different cards. That made like no sense, but whatever. And then we will close out the reading. Yeah. This is a new oracle deck I got for Christmas, and it's awesome. I got a shit ton of Oracle decks, actually. But hey, I'm not complaining. I love Oracle decks. All right, I am back. So let's pull 3 cards. These are a little slow to come out, so I might just cut out the shuffling process and just come back to you when I get 3 cards. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I am back. Let's see the messages. Oh, a different pile. Oh my god, you got... I don't remember. You got 2 cards that were in a different pile. I don't remember which one it was, but you got Lost. Choose joy as your compass. So yeah, try and have a positive time and make your life enjoyable before you meet this person. Like, don't rely on this person to make you happy or save you. Make sure that the only person who can save you is you. So have fun with life. Let yourself enjoy it. Do things that make you feel good, like self-care, maybe taking a bath, doing face masks or something. Just anything that will make you feel happy and more relaxed. Because I am hearing that you have moments of trusting the universe, and you have moments of trusting that this will happen. And in those moments, you feel so relaxed, you feel so good, you feel so at peace. You just know that the universe has your back. You know that this person's coming to your life. But I think majority of the time you do have trouble believing. So until they come into your life, which is soon, try to enjoy life, even if only enjoying the little things. Then we have enchantment. Use your words cautiously. Okay, that's interesting. That immediately makes me think of like, don't have really negative like belief. Don't, oh my God, don't say I can't or it won't. Like I can't do it. It won't happen. It's not good enough for me. No, sorry, I'm not good enough for it. Just like because the universe will give you what you say. So if you're like, my life is shit and I hate it, you'll just continue to hate it and feel like it's shit. So again, really try and find the small joys in life, and even just like saying mantras or saying positive words, like using opposite action. So if you're like, it won't happen, just literally just change that thought to it will happen. And it might feel silly at first, but do it. And it will eventually trick your brain into thinking differently. So then we have phenomenon. Expect the extraordinary. I think pile 1 got that card. But yeah, that's interesting. It's number 29. Something interesting could happen on the 29th of December. It's the 27th as I film this, and I will post on the 28th. But yeah, dude, like, you're so negative about it. You're not expecting it to happen. You're really like, I heard hope for the best, expect the worst. That's an interesting way to live. But I think what helps the most is to expect the extraordinary. Expect that you will get everything you want. I'll give you an example. I was at a different house than my other house, and I was feeling really depressed. And I really wanted ice cream. Don't ask me why. I just desperately wanted ice cream, and I had eaten all the ice cream that had been in the house. So we drive out to, and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, like this is in the woods. So then we drive out to this gas station, and like no one believes it's gonna happen. People I'm with don't thing. Like, they're not gonna have ice cream. It's a stupid fucking gas station in the middle of nowhere. Because I wanted Ben and Jerry's specifically, okay? That's the only one I like. But I was convinced. I'm like, it's going to have Ben and Jerry's. I'm fucking convinced, because I will not be happy unless I get my Ben and Jerry's. So we go in, and lo and behold, there's Ben and Jerry's. And so I get it, and everyone's shocked. They're like, how the fuck is it here? And then as we checked out, the person from behind the counter gave me a spoon so I could eat it in the car. So like, that's just one of those examples where everything worked out because I truly believed that it would work out. The universe is incredible when you let it be incredible. I have so many examples of things that I have said, I'm like, I want this to happen. And it's always, the only time it ever happens, like the only time I ever get it is when I say, I want this to happen, and then I let it go. And I don't hold on to it so tightly. Like, I'm not desperate for it to happen, but I want it to happen, and then it will happen. I have a lot of stories like that, but I could be talking for a while. I love talking. But yeah, I think that has been your reading. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope this helped. You're definitely in a situation where the main message is to just trust the universe and spirit, and trust that they wouldn't do you wrong. You know, they have your back. They only want the best for you. Everyone on your team, everything in the world, no one wants to hurt you. No one wants to cause pain. So really trust that they have your back. So yes, this has been your reading. I hope it helped. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That would really support me. That'd really help me. And yeah, thank you for supporting me by watching this. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, dawn. But yes, with that, farewell.